What up, Fight World? It's the Kid Ego, man. We back. Special edition. We going live yet again. EGO. Please say the Ego. Waiting for some people to join the stream. We're gonna talk about this. Whoops. Yeah, man, we working. This thing on? My East Coast people asleep. Shit is lit. We lit, we working. Yeah. Y'all didn't expect to get a stream this late, but we don't sleep. What up, Lincoln? We just get to that money. Talk about this fight game. $6.5 according to Dana White. Wow. West Side Los Angeles. See you on my time, Pacific time. We on the West Coast. The real side. Ego, Jay, what up? Y'all know I have to hit you with the breaking news, man. Now, according to Dana White, actually, let me wait. Hopefully, we can get closer to like 75 to 100 people in here. Toronto, Canada, fuck with me. I appreciate that, man. I gotta come out to Canada. Hopefully, I'm gonna get to like, we can get to like 100, at least 100 people, and then I'm gonna start talking. Austin, Texas, I see you. We don't sleep. We out here. We just get to that money. Love from Cleveland. Everybody type where you at. While we waiting for people to join, I need to see where everybody's at. Arizona, still West Coast. The best coast, left coast. We just working. East LA, my second home, LA. What does that say? Scotland, New York City, San Diego, some Calis, Kansas City, got some family there, Arizona, Illinois, Jamaica, boop. Shout out to Jamaica. Jersey, Auckland, shout out to Australia, Athens, Georgia, Turkey. Now, since we're talking about location, I gotta say, I send my prayers to the people in Houston going through it. I mean, it's unfortunate that it takes events like this for us to come together as a nation and as a country, but if you guys can support any kind of way, definitely look up. There's a lot of great causes you can support. It's good. I've seen a lot of celebrities too. Kevin Hart called out like a ton of people, Drake and The Rock and Chris Brown. They're all donating. I seen J-Lo, she donating, her dude, A-Rod donating. So that's great, you know what I mean? People who are in a fortunate position to donate to an unfortunate circumstance. Yo, we out here. Okay, we have over 100. Let's get to it. Y'all want to get to it? Or we need like 150 people or more in here. Make sure y'all hit the like button. This is a special edition live stream. Normally I don't go live too much when it's too late, because I know I'm on the West Coast, the left coast, the best coast. And I know some people be sleeping, especially if you're over in the UK, maybe even New York, East Coast. But we don't really sleep. We get the money. Some of you guys might not to see this live, so you'll get to catch it on the replay. Yee. Wow, is this true? New York. I love New York. My first time going was this year, and I've been there 3 times this year already. We get to that money. Can't wait to come back to New York. If Rigondeaux fights Lomachenko, I definitely want to come back to New York for that. It's all fake news. Why are you in here then? If it's all fake, why waste your time? Chi-Town, what up? Queens, New York, I see you. Floyd talking about donating 200 million. I heard he's donating something. I didn't hear no 200 million. Wow. Denver, what up? Dallas, what up? Texas. All right, we got over 150 people. Special edition. Boxingego. Make sure you guys follow me. Let me start off like a regular video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. We working. Shout out to the super chats, the channel donations, and the Patreon family. We working. You guys seen the title? You clicked on it. If you're on the West Coast, you're on my time. If you're on the East Coast, salute to you for staying up and popping in. Now, Urijiah Faber, he has like a show or a podcast or something, and he has Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg was smoking a little tree, and I just seen a video with them, and Dana White was there, and Dana White said that it did 6.5 million, and then Urijiah Faber repeated it. He's like, wow, it did 6.5 million. It sounded like Urijiah Faber said 6.5 billion, but I don't think that's not, I think it sounded like he said billion, but I'm gonna say million because 6.5 billion doesn't sound realistic. And that was according to Dana White. I guess they're doing their final tallies. I mean, I'm of course I'm gonna wait. Damn it. I can't even show you guys this shit because it's on like a story, and I'm on my 6.5 million. It sounded like he said billion. I'm just clarifying that. It sounded like he said billion, but that's not real. I don't think that's realistic. So it looks like 6.5 million. Now the thing is, I told you guys, man. This was January. I told y'all this wasn't gonna be a good year for a lot of y'all. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. You gotta tell the truth, man. You gotta tell the truth. And we all knew what this fight could do. We knew what this fight could generate. And obviously, I'm gonna wait for it to become official. But I mean, Dana White just said, I wish I could play it for you, but I can't because it's on a story. You know what I'm saying? And I can't play that from my computer, and I'm on my other device with it, so I can't really show you, but you guys can check it out for yourself. And 6.5 million is nuts because Pacquiao did like, I think 4.2, 4.5, 6.5 million. And see, I told you, first of all, you got to look at the Pacquiao fight. People have been wanting to see it for 5 years, and they really let that be the promotion. You know what I'm saying? They let that be the promotion. They didn't really promote it. I remember the press conference was I think at the Nokia Theater. Shout out to Ill Will Co. $2 super chat. Do the shmoney dance. Will the Mayweather McGregor fight hurt Canelo Triple G numbers? It's a possibility. I mean, it's 3 weeks apart in between the two fights, so it definitely can. You know what I mean? But see, the good thing, I would say the good thing is this. Like, for me, I wasn't shocked with Mayweather Pacquiao. Like, Mayweather Pacquiao was a cool fight to me. I didn't like, obviously it wasn't, I'm not gonna say it was like the best fight that I've ever seen, but a lot of that was because Pacquiao didn't go for broke like he normally does. If Pacquiao would have been more reckless and just, you know, banging his gloves and then jumping in, had he not been knocked out by Juan Manuel Marquez, we might have got a more aggressive Pacquiao. But, you know what I mean, Floyd was beaming him with that right. He couldn't hit Floyd cleanly all the time. So, you know what I mean, Pacquiao tried to fight a little bit more economical than normal. You know what I mean? So it was what it is. But all in all, I mean, I didn't think the fight was terrible like some of you guys made it seem. And part of the reason I feel that way is because I knew that was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I really did. I go listen to my prediction. It's still up on the channel. I don't delete nothing. I knew the outcome of that. I knew what it was looking like. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't shocked by it. You know what I mean? Floyd is the master of adjustments, and he's the master of fighting the fight that benefits him. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of Cuban fighters that do it too. And I was talking to Sean Porter, and he said this, and it's a very valid point, is it's hard to get the Cuban fighters out of their element. Same thing with Floyd. Floyd's such a veteran. He's been in the game 2 decades. It's hard to get him out of his element And if you can't do it, then he's going to make adjustment, and then usually those adjustments work. So, you know what I mean? It's hard for long, prolonged periods of time, or like 8 rounds straight, to get Floyd to fight the fight you want. I got some shmoney dances to do. Hold on. Shout out to Ill Will Code, $2 super chat, shmoney dance. Oh, actually, I already went over that one. DW, $5 super chat. It says, if you can make any fight happen, what would it be and why? For me, I would probably say the next big fight for me is Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, because I want to see, like, to me, growing up, the heavyweight division was the division. You know what I mean? Even before I was born, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, definitely the 90s, and it was the heavyweight division. So we're due up for the next big thing in heavyweight boxing. Now, Joshua's coming off a great fight with Vladimir Klitschko, who's now retired. So to me, you got 2 champions, 2 kind of like guys that looked the part, big as hell, 6'6", 6'7", pause. And I think that could be a big fight. Especially, let's say Joshua fights Kubrat Pulev and wins, and then Luis Ortiz and Wilder fight, and let's say Wilder wins that, and then you make the Wilder Joshua. That's big. That's big, because you get Kubrat Pulev's solid. You know what I mean? He's a ranked guy. Klitschko's like I think the only person maybe that beat him, and that's Klitschko, who's now retired, and Joshua already beat him. So, and it's a mandatory. So if Joshua gets past him and the Wilder Luis Ortiz happens and comes off, then bow. Wilder Ortiz, I want to see it. Big fight. Now, back to the numbers. Mayweather versus Pacquiao, they left the promotion on the last 5 years, and the new fans were at each other's throats and debating on who would win and all that. Didn't have great promotion. Plus, you had another issue that you didn't have with Mayweather McGregor. That issue was Floyd left HBO, and he was now primarily working with Showtime. So Showtime produced their own special All Access, which had mostly Floyd Mayweather only footage, right? It mostly had Floyd Mayweather footage and maybe some shots of the press conference or something with the both of them, but it didn't have any brand new independent Pacquiao training footage like a regular HBO 24/7 or All Access would, because you had the network dispute. Same thing with HBO. HBO produced some shit, and they had their shit was a little different because Floyd used to be on their network, so they had a lot of archive footage of Floyd, but that was that. Conor McGregor and Dana White kind of succumbed to the Floyd demands A-side, and they let Showtime run things. So, and then they had their own embedded programming, and you know what I mean, Conor is allowed to appear on Showtime. So the promotion was overall better. That's one issue. So this is why these numbers don't surprise me. Other thing is this. Like I told y'all, Conor McGregor has a mouthpiece. He knows how to captivate the audience. He knows how to get the troops to rally behind him. Pacquiao don't do that. Pacquiao is a good fighter. He's a better boxer or whatever you want to say, but he don't sell fight. He sells fights based on who he is and his fighting style. He's not selling fights this way. You know what I mean? I never heard Pacquiao really talk shit. If anything, he's like jovial and like watch the Josh Clottey face off. Pacquiao, he's like facing off and he's cracking up and smiling and stuff in the middle of a face off. So you know what I mean? Pacquiao's Pacquiao, and I'm not saying he should be somebody he's not, but in this society, social media age, sometimes you have to sell the fights. Put it this way, fights can be bigger when you have those personalities. Think about Kell Brook and Errol Spence. Imagine how big that fight could have been. Like, you know what I mean? The hardcore fans knew what it was. They're like, oh, okay, this is a good fight. It's a big step up for Errol Spence. But Errol Spence is kind of like more like a Terrence Crawford in the sense of he ain't no punk. So if you know what I mean, he'll amp it up like they did at the first press conference if you get in his grill. But he's not gonna. He just, you know what I mean, keeps to himself. And he even said that. He did a interview, I think, on the Breakfast Club, and he was like, you know what I mean, I'm not gonna be fake. And people always say, hey, why don't you do like this, or why don't you be like Broner? And he's like, that's not my deal. You know what I mean? I do my talking in the ring. So I respect it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of guys, Terrence Crawford, Andre Ward, but at the end of the day, it's a business. You know what I'm saying? So people, Conor McGregor happens to be a salesman and a good fighter. Same thing with Floyd. So all that like, you're 40 years old, you got a backpack, you can't read. People buy into that stuff. That is like, oh shit, Conor got him. You know what I mean? There was some back and forth banter amongst the fans. Who won the press tour stop one in LA? Who won the one in Canada? Like, oh, Conor blew him out in Canada. He had the whole crowd behind him. And then Floyd came back in New York. That's what people were talking about. You dig? So at the end of the day, I'm not surprised that the numbers would be up there. The other thing I told you guys from jump is curiosity is a motherfucker. Curiosity killed the cat. Hey man, we working, we live. Hey, this shit is cracking. Like this, we have almost 400 people on the stream. The stream just cut off. The stream just cut off. I think we had too many people in here at once, late at night. Crashing the YouTube server. Ego, Boxingego, the movement, the future. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I don't know why I just started lagging. I think there's too many people in here, like too many people typing and stuff. Can you guys hear the stream good now? So I think some people had to leave and come back because it just went from like, just lost 100 subscribers or 100 viewers right now. Can you guys hear it? The Russians hacked the stream, bruh. We back, man. See, man, you gotta understand the business of boxing too. Floyd's mastered that. Conor's mastered it in the UFC. And I mean, I don't condone anyone being fake, but sometimes you have to turn up for the cameras. You know what I mean? Even me. You don't think there's some days like where, like, let's say I wake up and my voice is, my throat's dry and I don't feel like talking or something. Yeah, but I gotta do a video. You gotta turn up. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to hear you. What up, Faber? It's your boy Ego. You know what I'm saying? I try not to. Conor, he shows up when it's time to talk. You know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather, they show up. And you've seen that they had mutual respect and love after. So that WWE shit, I'm telling you, it gets people involved. And you can take it for what it's worth. And some people, oh, that's not me. But at the end of the day, these motherfuckers is getting paid from this. Floyd got paid $6.5 million. Really? That's like oh my gosh. Floyd versus Canelo did like 2.2 million. And I believe it's because the language barrier. You know what I mean? Canelo at that time wasn't as big of a star. I mean, he was still coming up. He had fought on Floyd undercards and stuff like that. But he didn't speak English. You know what I'm saying? And that hinders the chemistry. Because, yeah, you can get an interpreter or show subtitles, but it's not the same for Americans to hear it. Like, for the most part, you can understand perfectly what Conor is saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some times where he talks and you're like, what? But, like, for the most part, you can hear him perfectly. You know what I mean? You hear exactly what he's saying and stuff. Like, who the fuck is that? Like, you can understand it. And Canelo speaks a little English, but back then, I never even heard him really speak English. I'm telling you, man. When I told you guys in January, tell the truth. Tell the truth. You got to tell the truth with this game. And people were criticizing this fight and saying this was the shit show, bullshit, spectacle, freak show, a circus, some dumb shit. But it did 6.5 million. So no matter what, yeah, Conor took a loss in boxing, but now he can go back to his respected sport. He can go back to his girlfriend. He can go back to his son, a whole lot richer. Some people are like giving him a lot of credit. You know what I'm saying? Giving him a ton of credit for even going 10 rounds and, you know what I mean, doing good in the first 3 rounds, landing some solid shit, decent jab, good jab, landed a swift uppercut. So it's like everything is justified. With these numbers, everything is justified because if that's like on YouTube. And I hate when people do this. Some people are like, man, I'm on YouTube for fun. I'm not. This is my full-time job. But some people try to make it like, oh, look at Ego. He's trying to he cares about his views. You damn right. This is my job. Like, why would I not care about my views? So let's say I could do a podcast with anybody from the MMA, which is not the same as doing a podcast with someone from boxing. But let's say I could do a podcast with Brendan Schaub, Urijiah Faber, Cody Garbrandt, or whoever, and I could get 6.5 million views. You don't think I would do it? And that's not really selling out. It's just obviously there's a demand for it. They want to hear my opinion with Joe Rogan's opinion or whatever. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or if Paulie Malignaggi did a podcast with Joe Rogan or whatever the situation. You don't think any of these motherfuckers would do when they're talking boxing anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if anybody's selling out, it's Conor, because he's leaving his natural status for the paycheck. You know what I mean? Floyd stayed in his sport. He didn't have to do nothing different. So as far as I'm concerned, all the people saying, oh, this was stupid shit and it's ruined boxing, you look dumb, because it's now justified if it makes 6.5 million views. Not to mention, I read an article or a headline and it said there was like over 3 million illegal streams that they caught. So realistically speaking, if we didn't live in a society with all this technology and Cody and Facebook Live and Instagram Live and all that, imagine all the people that were illegally streaming. I seen an article or something. It said one of the illegal streams on Facebook or whatever that was showing the fight in good quality had at its peak, it had like 3.4 million concurrent watchers. Now, I mean, that's network. Listen to me. That's like network. That's better than network numbers. You know what I'm saying? That's like when Sean Porter fought Keith Thurman. I think it did like 4.4 million. You know what I'm saying? So if you're on Facebook Live or whatever the fuck, Periscope, whatever it is, and you streaming the fight yourself, and it has 3.4, you're doing network numbers. You know what I'm saying? And that's what these people don't understand. Like a lot of the big wigs, like this YouTube shit, like. They looked at like, I used to sometimes apply for fights and it's like they looked at YouTube as like not real journalism or something. You know what I'm saying? But if you really think about it, a lot of things, YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, a lot of that shit's taken over cable. YouTube's taken over print media. You know what I'm saying? When's the last time you went to a store and picked up a TV guide, a Ring magazine? You got to keep up with the times. This is 2017. You get me? So it's like there's a lot of people with big wigs and they're used to the old-fashioned way. You can't do that. You gotta keep up with the time. And Floyd's been, just like he makes the adjustments in the ring, he makes adjustments outside of the ring for the business model. I don't use Netflix. Okay, you don't use Netflix, but billions of people or millions of people use Netflix. So who cares what you particularly don't use? Anyway. The bottom line is there was a ton of illegal streams. We all know that. And this fight still did good numbers. So imagine if there were no illegal streams like back in the day. See, look, this stream keeps cutting off. I got great internet. I have fast, high-speed internet at home, and my stream keeps getting cut off because it's 9:30 Pacific time, which is going to be like 3 hours later if you're on the East Coast. If you're in the UK, I don't even know what time it is, maybe 6 hours later. And we have like, it keeps bouncing because I keep losing the connection. We have like 300 to 400 people on a late impromptu stream. Let's see, this is what I'm talking about. This is the power of the internet. You know what I mean? I'm covering fights off of the internet. I am working full time off of the internet. My whole life I've always had a job. So you know what I'm saying? The internet is big. So Floyd Mayweather, he knew how to capitalize. He found somebody who was. You remember? Have you ever seen the Logan movie, the Wolverine? Your channel's cracking, brother. Thank you. Remember have you guys seen the Logan movie? I'm gonna take a sip when you guys can answer that. The Hugh Jackman Logan, the most recent Wolverine. Okay, see, a lot of y'all seen Logan. So whoever that, they had Logan, which was played by Hugh Jackman, and then they had that other younger, it looked just like Hugh Jackman, and he had the same like powers and shit like that. That's what Floyd did. Floyd would be Logan, the aging Wolverine, the older Wolverine, and then you had the younger Weapon X looking Hugh Jackman that was stabbing, and you know what I mean, he killed that black family. Sorry for the spoiler if you haven't seen it. You shouldn't be up watching this if you haven't seen it. But that's what Floyd did. He found his contemporary. You know what I mean? Floyd is Logan, the guy who's getting older, about to retire, or actually was retired. So he's the aging Wolverine versus they had that young, strapping Wolverine who looked, you know what I mean? Hugh Jackman was in shape, but that younger Wolverine looked even better shape. He looked younger. You know what I mean? Slightly different haircut. He had pretty much the same powers as Wolverine. I don't know what his name was, if that was supposed to be Weapon X. I don't know. But that's what Conor McGregor was. Floyd is a smart businessman. He found somebody that could match him a lot better than Conor's liquor was delicious. It went down smooth, pause. Floyd found somebody. I'm drinking water. Floyd found somebody that could match him and keep up. Pacquiao can't keep up, both in the ring. He showed you they couldn't keep up in the ring, but I'm not really talking about in the ring. I'm talking about more so he couldn't keep up with the trash talk. That's not his lane. Like I said, Pacquiao has more fights than Floyd, and how many of them have had a great, crazy build-up. Now, I'm not saying Pacquiao had boring fights or fights we didn't anticipate, but we anticipated it because we thought they were going to be a good fight, right? We wanted to see, okay, Mexican legend Eric Morales versus Pacquiao, or Marco Antonio Barrera. We wanted to see it because we know what Barrera and Morales bring to the table, and we know what Pacquiao brings to the table. But it wasn't really because it was a crazy build-up. Now, Marco Antonio Barrera versus Eric Morales, when they fought, that was a crazy build-up because one from, I think, Mexico City, one's from Tijuana, and they didn't like each other. So it was like kind of like a build-up, just like Oscar De La Hoya and Fernando Vargas. But my whole point is like a Pacquiao. The reason we watch his fights is because we know it's Pacquiao. We know what he brings to the table as a fighter, not really because his build-ups. The best part of his HBO 24/7s are his workouts because they're high intensity and that'll get you amped up for the fight. Conor McGregor, he's training hard, so he, you know what I mean, and he's in shape, so he looks the part and all that. So you could look at some training clips or highlights of Conor knocking people out in the UFC. Plus, he's a talker. I don't live in Stockton, but Stockton's not too far. Shout out to 209 Stockton Slap. But like I said, all the people who were complaining, saying this fight was terrible, we all tuned in some way. Whether you did it illegally, whether you bought it, whether you went to Dave & Buster's, you still watched the fight. And according to Dana White, on Uriah Faber and Snoop's podcast, it did 6.5 million pay-per-views. So to me, it's perfectly justified because I told you, I don't care if it's Andre Ward, Sergey Kovalev, Deontay Wilder, Vasyl Lomachenko. I mean, Vasyl Lomachenko, you even heard him. He's a great two-time Olympic gold medalist, very good fighter, once beaten. Most people would favor him to beat the guy who beat him, right? And he was even pleading his case, being much smaller, to be a sparring partner. Everybody wanted a piece of this fight in some capacity. Either they wanted to fight Conor, or they got a lot of publicity. Like Paulie Malignaggi, I'm no disrespect, I love Paulie. I've interviewed him. He's a great guy, excellent boxing brain. But realistically, how much publicity has Paulie gotten from not only the boxing world but outside of the boxing world before Conor McGregor? You got to really look at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when has Paulie had this much attention? Like, Paulie, he's always, people always turn to him for, like, to hear his thoughts on Pacquiao or Mayweather Pacquiao or Broner Garcia. But I'm talking about, like, worldwide. You have people who don't even watch boxing who know who Paulie is now, and they were talking about the sparring, talking about how he ran in. Bring your bull. Did you bring your bulls, Conor? You know what I mean? They were talking about all that type of stuff. So Paulie even came up in this equation, just being a sparring partner. Like I said, Lomachenko tried to be a sparring partner. When people heard Conor McGregor was getting his boxing license, Mikey Garcia called him out. Paulie called him out. You know what I mean? People wanted to fight him. So this was big business, and we all knew that. Fight played out like I thought it would, but at the end of the day, it's totally justified if it's putting up numbers like this. And look at this, man. First of all, do you think Conor or Floyd care if they put up numbers like this, 6.5 million, do you think that all the Oscar De La Hoya rants and fuck you, you ruined boxing, or Canelo taking shots, or Golovkin, no, it's a business fight. Do you know what I'm saying? Yo, Ego, good work, big fan, thank you. But you know what I'm saying? Do you think any of them care? You know how much? You know how fat their bank account's gonna be with 6.5 million on the back end? Everybody's eating. Shit, I wish I was a part of it, other than being a part of the fight week and, you know what I mean, seeing it in history. I want to cut. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just simple mathematics. Like I said, Ward, Deontay Wilder, Vasyl Lomachenko, all them dudes. If they had a contemporary in the UFC who could sell like Conor McGregor. Like, if people want to see Lomachenko, TJ Dillashaw, or Cody Garbrandt, and it would put up 6.5 million, you don't think Lomachenko would fight TJ Dillashaw, Cody Garbrandt, or whoever? You know what I mean? Or Mikey Garcia, or whoever. Broner. Shit. I know they would. You know how I know? Because they fight other people for less money. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. So, Mikey Garcia is going to move up 5 pounds to fight Broner, who's a lifelong boxer, who's fought as high as 147, but he wouldn't fight TJ Dillashaw or Cody Garbrandt if they could make 6.5 million views on pay-per-view. Like, who wouldn't? I mean, that's just stupid. Who wouldn't? If you're, listen to me. I used this example before. If you're doing what you were already doing beforehand, who's not going to do it for more money? Like, okay, let's say you're a garbage man. You have to go through the neighborhood on the dumpster and pick up trashes. And let's say you're doing it and you get $19 an hour. So, would you go down, instead of going down this street, go down another street that's right there? You know what I mean? It might not be the normal route that you drive, but they say, hey, guess what? If you go this route, instead of the route you've always been going, we're going to double your pay. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give you $40 an hour. But it's the same job. You're still picking up trash. You're not working any harder or any less hard. It's the same work. You mean to tell me you'd be like, no, I'm sticking to my original route for $18 an hour. You're that noble? Fuck no. You would be like, all right, I'll go down that street. You know what I mean? Most of you motherfuckers would go down, it could be a different city, but you like, damn, for $40 an hour, I'll go to the next city over. I'll drive an hour to go to that city for it. You know what I mean? That's double the pay. So a lot of people be fake. And if you ain't in the part of the equation, then of course you're going to be hating and stuff because you're not getting a slice of it. Just like Mayweather Pacquiao. Top rank, Bob Arum got a cut. Mayweather Promotions and Floyd and Al Heyman, all them got a cut. Who was complaining about that? De La Hoya. Oh, it should have happened 5 years ago and stuff. Of course you're going to complain because you're not a part of it. I didn't hear one word of... Bob Arum had a lot to say about Mayweather before the fight was made. He was like, Mayweather, he's a barring fighter. But he was sweet as pie to Mayweather because they knew they were all making a lot of fucking money. Watch the press conference. Bob Arum wasn't going in on Mayweather. He's like, I've known Floyd a long time. Him and his dad, they've been great for the sport. Like, you know, he wasn't doing that. But when the fight wasn't made and it was Top Rank over here and Mayweather Promotion, Al Heyman over here some fucking where, then he was taught, Mayweather, he's barring. Lomachenko's much better. Like, you know what I mean? That's when you got it. Someone said jealous ones still envy. Exactly. Jealous. That's what it is. Like, and you ain't in it. Yeah, I get people that hate on my channel. Shit, I'm at the fights. I'm traveling. I'm enjoying life. So, of course, you gonna hate. Because, you know what I'm saying? Are you putting up the same numbers? Like, I never had somebody whose channel is doing better than mine hating on my channel. You know what I'm saying? Or hating on me as a person. I don't know dudes. How do you hate someone you never even had a conversation with them? You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man. That don't happen. I don't just hate somebody. I can like totally, like, I don't know Skip Bayless on a personal level. I don't agree with really anything he fucking says, and you don't know what a pull counter is. But I never heard, you know what I'm saying? People who are doing better than you typically don't hate on you. It's always the miserable fucks that are not involved or see you making moves and doing numbers that are hating. I'm not a hater anyway. I never took shots at like no Ellie or nothing. Ellie's cool. Every time I see him, he's cool. Sometimes we speak, sometimes we don't. I don't have no issue with him. You know what I'm saying? Because when you an alpha male, you focus on whatever the fuck you doing. When you a beta male, you focus on what other motherfuckers is doing. I'm not no beta male. You know, I don't give a fuck what anybody's doing. Especially if you ain't in my inner circle and I don't really know you like that. I really don't care what you're doing. So, you know what I mean? Just like Mayweather McGregor, most of the people, listen to me, most of the people who were complaining about it weren't associated with it. But with 6.5 million pay-per-view buys, do you think anybody affiliated with this fight that is getting a cut has anything bad to say about this fight? You think Leonard Ellerbe is pissed off? You think Floyd Mayweather's pissed? Conor McGregor, Conor's girlfriend. You think Conor's baby is upset? Like, again, why, Dad? Why'd you go? No. Conor's baby's happy as shit. Like, I get all the Similac I want. We got all the fucking diapers. My crib's big as shit. It looks like MTV cribs. You know what I mean? Conor's baby's happy. Everybody. Dana White's happy. Even though his fighter lost, he's making a lot of money. You know what I mean? You think Al Heyman is... I heard Al Heyman got a deep-ass voice, too. Floyd Mayweather, I'm very happy with your career. You think he's upset? Al Heyman's happy as shit. Not only did his fighter and longtime friend Floyd Mayweather win, he making a lot of fucking money from this. So once again, nobody associated with this fight is complaining. You know what I mean? There might be little complaints. Dana White might have been like, oh, if this was a UFC card, we would have done this different. I don't like how Showtime set this press conference. But ultimately... Dana White, when he calls his bank, when he calls Chase, when he calls Bank of America, wherever he banks with, or I don't know what rich people bank with, but when he calls them, you think he's gonna be like, oh, the press conference could have been set up. He don't care about none of that. He see them O's, he's like, yes, we did it. Now Conor, rest up, come back to the UFC, and we'll talk some more business. That's it. I give it to you guys real. What up, though? Like I said, it's never what any of y'all say. Not any of y'all, because I know I got a lot of real motherfuckers on the channel, but a lot of people who aren't real. And it's never what those people say. Oh, this fight sucks. Nobody wants to see it. It's a fucking circus. Actually, the fight was pretty entertaining. I think Floyd carried him for 3 rounds because he didn't fucking do anything. And for the new fans, I can explain. But I thought it was an entertaining fight for what it was. Like, just actually watching the fight, watching the game plan, watching how Floyd fought him, watching how Conor fought. It was entertaining. So, it's really all the way around a win. 6.5 million, totally justified. I guarantee you, I'll bet $1,000. And we got to put the money in the escrow account because I don't have time to be wasting. But if anyone wants to take this bet, I gotta rack easy. You know what I'm saying? Easy. Canelo versus Triple G, which is, we all know, a better boxing fight, is not gonna do anything around 6.5 for 4 million. It's not gonna do anything around there. Part of that's promotion. Anyone can bet me, but we gotta write a contract, put the money in the escrow account, and really get it cracking, because I'm not here to waste time. And I know I'll be collecting my money because I know it's not going to do no 6.5 million. I know that. Bro, your ass is working. Keep the great content coming. You guys know that. This is what I'm here for. Like, it's harder when see, this is why the super chats and the donations really help the channel, because I'm really going to start getting people to help in different capacities, because right now I'm kind of the man doing everything, the edits, I'm the voice of the channel. I got some behind the scenes stuff. Check out the hat. You know what I mean? I got some stuff. So I'm gonna try to allocate some bodies and, you know what I mean, get some help, because I need it now. Because like on fight weeks, they're busy, so I don't get as much time to just kick back and just chill and chop it up like that. But we getting there. Everything's a process. Check out my Instagram. 2 years ago, I was getting denied from a fight, and I cut, and Shane Mosley was the one. Let me shout out this super chat. I'll tell you all the story after. Shout out to T Machiavelli, $2 super chat. Thank you. I seen the donation. Thank you. Do the shmoney dance, yo. Unbiased Sports, $5 super chat. Shmoney dancing. We got another one. And please keep calling out the donations. But I'm going to tell y'all a story. And hopefully it inspires somebody out there. If not, I tried. So this is a picture of me in the ring with Shane Mosley after he knocked out Ricardo Mayorga in a rematch. There's my dude Kenny Porter. Now Facebook, what they do is they have Facebook memories. You know what I'm saying? Where you can look at it and it'll remind you of things. And you see, it's like I'm like, oh, I'm in the ring with Shane Mosley after his 40th knockout. Now, I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but I was basically saying this was a Facebook memory. I screenshot certain memories on my own. I call them breadcrumbs. Just like the classic Brothers Grimm fairy tale Hansel and Gretel, in which Hansel cleverly left breadcrumbs on her trail to mark their return path back out of the forest. I use these breadcrumbs to see where I'm at and always get me back to that place of humble beginnings. We working. But so 2 years ago on this day, I covered Shane Mosley's fight. Now, what you guys, if you read the whole thing, it's kind of long, but I really wanted to share it with you guys. Shane Mosley wasn't even the bigger fight. The bigger fight that night was Leo Santa Cruz versus Carl Frampton, or Leo Santa Cruz versus Abner Mares, excuse me. That was at the Staples Center. The fight I covered, the Mosley fight, was at the Forum. And I applied for the Staples Center Leo Santa Cruz fight first with Abner Mares, and they denied it, you know what I mean? Because I guess the channel wasn't where it needed to be or whatever. I got denied. So I was like, fuck it. And then I ended up speaking with Shane Mosley. He flew me out and gave me an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? He gave me a chance to cover his fight. So I went. You know what I mean? I'm in California anyway. It's a 45-minute flight. So I did it. And it was, like I said, I owe Shane Mosley a lot of thanks for just giving me an opportunity. Another super chat, $2 from Guillotine One, $2 super chat. Thank you, really appreciate that. But Shane Mosley gave me an opportunity, gave me a chance to cover his fight when I was getting denied credentials sometimes. So you got to look at how far you've come in the game. Last week I covered Mayweather McGregor, which is one of the biggest fights. I mean, just did 6.5 million. You know what I mean? And back 2 years ago I was getting denied, and I had to cover the smaller fight. So you got to look at stuff. But everything's a business, you know what I'm saying? Everything's a business, and you got to make it make sense. But as far as I'm concerned, 6.5 million is fucking crazy. And I told you guys this fight, listen to me. I'm not always right. I know I'm not always right. I don't proclaim to be always right. But when I'm right, I am right. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying when I am right, it is what it is. And I told you guys before the fight, go listen. It says, Ego, you're doing a great job. Keep up the good job. Thank you. I told you guys before the fight, if you guys are real loyal, like, citizens of Zamunda, and you really fuck with the channel, I told you, I said, I realistically can see this fight beating the Pacquiao fight in terms of total gross. And it did, and that's what it looks like it did that. You know what I'm saying? We got another super chat from Fardeen K, a $10 super chat. Thank you very much. TBE, the best reporter in the business. Hashtag we working. My prediction for Triple G versus Canelo. I picked Canelo pay-per-view less than 700. Ooh. I don't know. I think Canelo versus Cotto did 900,000. So I could say 1.1, 1.2 million. I could see something like that. You know what I mean? If it does better, great. And this is the thing with me. I love the fight. Canelo, I wanted to see it last year. It's a great fight. I'm just giving you my honest thoughts. Do I think it's going to come anywhere close to Mayweather McGregor? No. But I told you guys before the fight, I could see this fight possibly breaking the Pacquiao fight. Different markets. Conor got a lot of fans. He got Ireland behind him. You know what I'm saying? I was in Vegas, and Conor had some of them white boys like, yeah, fuck you, fuck the Mayweather. They were going ham, riding with Conor. You know what I mean? I seen a ton of red beards and orange, green, and white flags. And I mean, Conor got an army. Conor's army. So Pacquiao has a country behind him too, the Philippines, but it's a little bit different because, like I said, Conor's more of a salesman. It don't matter if they're deluded MMA fans; they still watch. And see, that's the thing that lures in. And see, this is the thing, man. Listen, this is the thing why I know Oscar De La Hoya is hating, is because what can you say about Mayweather McGregor and Canelo Chavez Jr. In my honest to God opinion, it literally like failed on all fronts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't deliver to me. I was in Vegas that week for Canelo Chavez. To me, it really didn't deliver. The main event was sorry. I mean, Canelo did his thing, but he wasn't. That's why it's kind of hard. Even though I'm picking Canelo, it's hard for me to really gauge off of that one fight over 160 how he's gonna handle Golovkin's power, because Chavez Jr. really didn't do shit. And now Chavez Jr. is posting weird ass pictures. Hold on, let me show y'all, man. Boxingego, I don't just say this shit, I tell you. This is what Chavez is doing now. Posting these weird ass. What the fuck? We got a super chat, do this money dance. Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor in a boxing match. Who wins? $5 super chat. Harlem Future. That's a toss up, because Conor was hurting Diaz with some strikes and busting him up, but Nate Diaz is rangy and he can box. That's a toss up. But what is Chavez? What is this picture? He just keeps posting it. Nate Diaz does have way better cardio. That's a good point. But what is this? He looks like what's that? The Gallagher brothers from Oasis. You remember that Wonderwall? Y'all don't know what I'm talking. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Do y'all know Oasis? Cause I know a lot of y'all young motherfuckers. Today is gonna be the day they're gonna throw it out to you. Right now and now. Do y'all know that song? Oasis? Today is gonna be the day that I'm running out to you. I don't know any feels the way I do about you now. The fuck? I made this too. He remind in this picture, Chavez. What did Canelo do to Chavez? He has a Paddington Bear coat on. He looked like an assassin. But this is what he reminded me of. I made this little picture. If you guys ever watched the John Woo movie Face Off, Castor Troy, Nicolas Cage, he's like, peach. I could eat a peach for hours. No, Shawnee, don't shoot me. I don't want to die. Well, I guess you gotta shoot me because I don't give a fuck. I'm Castor Troy. I'm Castor Troy. He looks like Castor Troy. What did Jay-Z say? Like Castor Oya, Castor Troy, you change your face so the bullets change all that for you. Yup. Damn, he looked like Castor Troy. What happened to Chavez? Look at that Elton John. Like a candle in the wind. I got PayPal. You can PayPal me. He got that Elton John swaggy with them glasses and that hair. Like a candle in the wind. Like a candle in the wind. I'm Castor Troy. Like, what is this? Anyway, that's how I know De La Hoya is hating, because like that the whole event, I wasn't compelled by the whole thing. Main event, Lucas Matisse did what I knew he was gonna do, which was body Emmanuel Taylor, who is a career 140 pounder, and he is too. But we know Matisse at least got cracks. Why are you hating on Chavez? I'm not hating on him. I want to know why he's posting these weird pictures. Get your sensitive ass out the stream. We have fun over here. And why you cry like a little baby? Why are you hating on Chavez? Man. He's just been posting weird ass pictures and I don't understand it. Like, is it like weird, just weird stuff? Super Jew, $5 super chat, thank you. It says, I think Conor was doing okay till he tried a boxing stance and kept on getting hit in that fourth. Yeah, the fourth is where it really started changing for him. Do you have the time? Uh, yeah, I mean that's crazy numbers with all them illegal streams. So imagine if illegal streaming wasn't so easy. Man, I've been on for a minute. We need to get the likes up. We should probably be at about 200 likes right now. But yeah, anyway, De La Hoya is constantly talking about Mayweather McGregor, but I didn't think his event with Canelo Chavez lived up to where it was supposed to be. I really don't. Like it was like I was like, man, Canelo he's more skilled, but Chavez can make this very interesting, and he really didn't. What is who takes a selfie in landscape mode? Like he's just he's doing this on purpose, I think. Selfie, good night. Like that's just an awkward picture. Like in landscape, like he's the Grand Canyon or something. Like I don't understand. It looks like I'm filming this live stream. It looks like we filming each other or some shit. The fuck? He's like posting and follow me on Instagram. I just keep posting because they're funny to me. I just don't understand. He was posting pictures of Canelo punching him in his face, like going weird. That's weird. I don't really see other fighters when they lost a fight bad. Like I don't see him really post pictures of it like that. But I mean, to each his own. Go to his page. He's private too, so you have to follow him. He be posting some. I'm just telling you, they're so funny these pictures that he's posting. But like I said, to each his own. Shout out to Chavez Jr. Let him post. But like I said, with De La Hoya, that wasn't a crazy event either. Like I expected so much more. Oh my gosh! Hold on. Wait till it pops up. Hold on. What the fuck? Why does it take it forever? They don't want me to show y'all because they're so weird. Hold on. See? Like he's a Navy SEAL or something that just came out of the water. Like, that's a weird pic. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, is that a weird... I don't know, man. That's just, to me, that's like a weird picture to post. Like, what is it? Oh my gosh, this is funny. Like, why did he post that? Like, you ever see one of those movies where like a Navy SEAL started like coming out of the water? Why would he block me? I didn't do anything to him. I just think these are funny pictures. Like, I mean, he can block me if he wants. Doesn't change anything. I still think the picture is funny. Oh wow. See, oh my gosh, man. He knows I'm roasting him. I'm not roasting him. The pictures are funny. I mean, if I was posting pictures like this, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody was like calling me out and saying, "Hey, why did Ego post this picture? If just came out of the water and I'm just dripping with bangs." And I mean, I wouldn't. It's like Al Sharpton selfies. Like, come on. Fantastico! Like, I don't know. You guys let me know what it is. See, hey, he's doing this on purpose. I'm telling you, because there's so... Look, this is the picture like, what is this? Like that, you just... You know what, let me post a picture of myself looking confused. Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, why... This is just a... What? This is just a post? You look like pissed off. Oh my gosh, these Chavez pictures are so funny. I know he has to. See? Look, bro. There's like 10 pounds on the squat, and it's an assisted squat. Look, That's like 10 pounds. 10-pound plates. What do you, like, really? And it's an assisted, like, squat rack, the Smith machine or whatever. Oh my gosh. And his shirt, what is that? It looks like a Cheez-Its bag or something. That's 10 pounds. He's posting this to be funny, I think. And it is funny. So, I mean, I don't know why you would block me off for that. This shit is funny as fuck. Oh my, I gotta get off of here. This shit is so funny. When you see a fine ass girl at the bar and she makes eye contact. Hey, fantastico! Fantastico! I don't know, man. These pictures are so funny to me. I'm gonna just make this the rest of the stream. We're just gonna look through Chavez Jr. We're gonna look through his pictures and see what he's talking about. Damn. Some of these look crazy. See? Like, what is this? Like, I can understand if your daughter was in the picture, but look, where is she? Where's the daughter or kid or nephew or niece? You know what I'm saying? Someone said Kodo's room. Like, what is, like, you just, hey, let me take a picture of my daughter's room with nobody else in there but me. That's just, like, weird. Someone said that IKEA don't look dirty, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't look, like, overly dirty, but IKEA don't have, like, toys everywhere. You smoke in a kid's room that's pink. Y'all weird. I don't even smoke, but I really feel. Hey, bruh. Hold on. Thank you for the donations. I hope I didn't miss anyone. Are y'all ready for this Bowfinger looking picture? We need to get to 250 likes, and I'm not showing y'all until we get to like 250 likes, man. Hit the like button if you guys want to see this Bowfinger picture. Someone said Cameron's room. Killer. I'm Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, Bob Backlund, Paul Acton, ha ha. Who they think they carjacking? You dumping and dump. I slumped enough. They mad my cars like an elephant. The trunk in the front. Killer. Make sure y'all hit the like button. We're trying to get to like 250. If you want to see these crazy pictures. Rico, look at me doing a Dougie. Killer. Hey Kermit. Hey, fuck the soy sauce, Mitch. Killer. Fuck the soy sauce, Mitch. Double up. Harlem World. We need like 7 more likes if y'all want this work. Pause. Get them likes up. That's what I like to hear when the fans start telling you to get the likes up. We working though. Please believe. Oh shit, we had 250. Hold on, I gotta make sure because some of y'all be taking the like back after and shit, playing games. So we gotta be a little bit over. Have a little bit of surplus. Do y'all really want to see this picture? Do y'all want to see this picture of Chavez Jr.? Rich Porter, Killer, Kermit. I don't give a fuck about a beard lineup. I'm working. And once again, why does another man care about my beard? The females aren't even tripping off of my beard. I just kicked it with a chick. It wasn't tripping about my beard one bit. But Roger 553 cares about my beard. Hey, you need to get a lineup. Why would you care? I really don't understand it. Like it's sick and it's confusing and it's a little bit twisted. Like I said, the females aren't even complaining about my beard. But you need to get a fucking lineup. I don't like you like this. Like this, you guys are like this Chavez Jr. picture. It is very creepy. Motherfuckers hating on me. I don't know what it is, but again, it's weird that you care more about my beard than chicks that I hang out with. But anyway, we'll get to it. Bam! Oh shit! Oh shit! What is this? See, come on, man. Like, I don't understand. What is it? Somebody translate this. Working hard? Hashtag working hard. Hashtag ready. Ready for what? What are you ready for? Like a debate? Like a decathlon? Like what? What? Hashtag working hard? Hashtag like hard work, dedication, bro. This is my new screensaver. Just look at it. It looks like he's looking down upon you. See, he's telling you, we got to get to 275 likes or I'm going to leave this shit up. Like, wow. I don't know what Canelo did in there, but that fight was weak to me. I didn't really like him. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Sometimes I feel like somebody's watching me. Wow. Shout out to Guillotine. $10 super chat. Do this money that. Hold on, I'm gonna read your question. This your super chat. But see, I don't. These pictures are weird to me. I gotta get off here. I don't even want this in my cookies because it's like weird pictures. You know what I'm saying? The FBI take my computer or something. Like, who's this? What the... Wow. Okay. If we get to 275, this is the ultimate. I'm getting out of here. We got to get to 275 likes, and I'm getting off of this page. I got to, after what I just seen. Get us to 275 likes, and then I'll show you. I don't even want you guys to see, so you know we can just keep the likes right here. We don't have to get to 275 because you guys don't want to look at this. I'm trying to warn y'all. So just keep the likes down. All right, y'all fucked up. I seen it, now y'all gotta see it. Now y'all getting this. What the fuck is this? Hey, I'm done, man. What's it? Hashtag boxing, working hard. This doesn't look like you're working hard at all. Like, I would never post this and be like, hard work, dedicate. Like, this doesn't look anything like that. Hey, I'm done, man. I'm done. Shout out to Chavez Jr. He working hard. Oh my gosh. I'm out. He looks serious too, but maybe he is working. I don't know. Canelo. Man, they shouldn't let anybody fight Canelo if this is the aftermath. Canelo's scrambling people up. Anyway, 6.5 million. It's justified. But like I said, I'm waiting for the official numbers. But that Dana White said that. I might even do a video after this. Now I'll be able to show you all the clip. I can't show you from my computer. There's a super chat. Oh shit, I forgot I had to go back to a super chat. Thank you guys for reminding me, man. See, that Chavez laying like that messed me up. I'm sorry. And it was a good super chat too. It was one of them yellow. That's them $10 ones. Okay. Guillotine 10, do the shmoney dance. $10 from Guillotine 1. Please explain to the casual fan that Conor landed 111 shots because Floyd fought the type of fight that allowed him to do that. Conor didn't create those shots. Floyd gave them him to take. That is true. Shout out to Guillotine. That, I mean, absolutely. I co-signed that and I vouch that. And the funny thing is, some people are going, oh, I don't believe that. No, Conor he's the best ever and all this. But I'm gonna show you guys something. Now I'm not gonna air it because it's not my video. But I'm gonna show you guys just so you guys can get to it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to give the people credit for it. Okay. So, Fight Hub TV, Chris Van Herding, who sparred Conor, gives McGregor respect and props for performance over Mayweather. Go watch this video. And I don't know, I think he might be Asian, and then Chris Van Herding of South Africa. Watch this fight. They're saying the exact same thing that I was saying. And he says he said he was a little bit disappointed with Floyd not doing stuff, and he was saying, just go watch it. Chris Van Herding says, I give props to Conor. He did better than I probably thought he was capable of doing, and I'm a man of my word. It's a very good interview. He's like, I'm a man of my word, so I'll give him that. And he said props to Floyd on 50-0, but the other guy was like, yeah, I told you he was gonna walk him down. It's just, there's a difference in experience. Floyd knows how to pace himself. He's been a professional so long. He knows how to pace himself and different things like that. Conor doesn't. So Conor fought at a frenetic pace that he couldn't carry on for 12 rounds, and that's what it is. And I mean, it was a very good breakdown from the fighters. And I keep telling you, you guys can say whatever. You know what I mean? We all have opinions, and that's cool. I'm not saying like, oh, my opinion's the end all be all, but I think I know what I'm talking about, and I can explain and I can show examples of what I'm talking about typically. And the reason I think Floyd carried him is because he's been in there with bigger guys, he's been in there with threatening punchers, and he never fought that exact way. And I understand that he's been off for 2 years, but I really don't, like, if anything, there were some points, like, some people are like, oh, his age was showing. I think maybe to a degree, like in terms of your timing, like let's say when he hurt Conor McGregor, and he was kind of like winging shots, and he didn't like go to the body when instead of he was like head hunting and stuff like that. That type of stuff might have been more age and being on the couch for 2 years, because he was kind of missing some of those in-game shots. You know what I'm saying? He was missing some of those. You know what I mean? Because Conor was just like falling apart around and whatever. And I think a more active Floyd would have probably been more accurate in those moments. But the reason I think that Conor was being carried to a degree, and like I said, I'm not totally taking away everything. I think Conor may have even been slightly better than Floyd anticipated, like with the swift uppercut. I don't think Floyd, like this is what I'm trying to say, I don't think Floyd was intentionally trying to get hit with punches or jabs, but maybe Conor had better speed than he anticipated, or a swifter uppercut, little stuff here and there. But again, Floyd has fought fast people, he's fought bigger guys, and guys with all boxing pedigrees, and he didn't fight that exact way. He there's moments where like it wasn't the typical Floyd fight. And like I said, I know people who sparred him and stuff. Like the left hook was there for Floyd all night. He could have threw a lot more left hooks than he threw. He could have threw a lot more body shots. There was points where he was like when Conor said he fought like a Mexican, and I didn't expect that. He did, in the sense of kept it very close quarters, walked him down and smothered him. Sometimes he wasn't even jabbing to come in. That's not how Floyd always really fights. You know what I'm saying? And Floyd, I know, can cut off the ring better than that, because he's done it against higher level guys with boxing pedigrees. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he was just like kind of more like literally just walking him down and more robotic, I really feel like he did it. People keep saying this, Conor outlanded things. He outlanded him because Floyd, I'm not gonna say Floyd wasn't on his A game, and I'm not trying to make Floyd sound crazier skilled than what he is or whatever, but I typically, and the guys on that video, in that interview with Chris Van Herding, said that it's because Floyd didn't look at Conor after a certain point, especially he didn't look at him as enough of a threat where he couldn't take those penitentiary chances. You guys can believe whatever you want, but again, if he was in there with Canelo's big ass, who's a great boxer puncher with power, with good hand speed, if he was in there with awkward ass McDonough, who outweighed him 15, 20 pounds, these guys have been boxers their whole life with power. He had to be on his A game, and you have to break them down and like measure them more and stuff like that. Floyd's seen some of Conor's best work in those first 3 rounds and probably felt the power, felt how he was turning his punches, and he was like, oh, this is it? Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? I could, this is shit we do in sparring. And he didn't feel threatened. I'm telling you guys. And I don't think, like, I'll get back to it. We got another super chat. Do the Shmoney Dance, another $10. We got the yellow super chat donation from Guillotine 1. It says if he would have fought him like he did any other fight, he became Money Mayweather instead of Pretty Boy Floyd. Outside of Miguel Cotto, Conor would have looked exactly like those fighters. Great point. That's a great super chat addition, and I'm glad I was able to read that in front of the group. Like, people always say what Floyd can't do or what he lost a step, and then he does it after they say that. Freddie Roach said, you guys go. I know my shit because I've been covering boxing for years now. Freddie Roach has an interview where he said something like the Cotto fight. He was talking about Cotto rematching Floyd, and he said something to the effect of, Mayweather said he wanted to entertain the fans, but I don't believe this was true. Cotto was not with Freddie Roach when he fought Floyd Mayweather. He was with Pedro Diaz, who's training Rigondeaux now. Great coach, works with a lot of Olympians and Cubans and stuff. But anyway, that's who Cotto was working with. And he was like somewhat talking about, Freddie Roach was talking about Cotto rematching Mayweather. And Freddie Roach says that Floyd has no legs. He says Floyd's old now, and he doesn't believe that Floyd wanted to entertain the crowd. The reason he fought Cotto like that was because he's flat-footed now, because he has to sit and trade, right? He said that in the Cotto fight. If you know your boxing, then you will know the Cotto fight happened. Floyd Mayweather went to jail for that domestic violence shit. You guys like this guy? He's beat up his wife in front of his kids. You guys like woman beater, baby? Baby nuts? You're right. So he did the bid after the Cotto fight. I think he was supposed to go to jail before the Cotto fight, but the judge granted him pardon until the fight was over or whatever, right? These are all facts. You guys can Google it, right? And hold on one second. Judge allowed him to fight. You guys like this guy? Woman beater? Woman beater, baby. Right? Ruben was saying all that. But listen. Ruben Guerrero's dad, not Robert Garcia. But where was I? You guys like this guy? My son, I am what I am. My son Robert, I'm ready. Motherfucker Ruben said I'm ready, like he fighting. He's like, I'm ready. My son Robert is ready. Like, what? You ready? Are you fighting Floyd? Okay, listen. I'm getting sidetracked. I got ADD like a motherfucker with these streams. Yiddy. But back to what I was saying. Freddie Roach was then training Cotto. He did an interview or something, and he says Floyd says he fought Cotto flat-footed because he wanted to please the fans or put on an entertaining fight. Freddie Roach is like, I totally disagree with that. He fought flat-footed because he has no legs, right? If you know boxing, Floyd did the bid for the domestic violence plea deal or whatever. He went to jail for X amount of time. His first fight back out of jail, he hit some weights, he was doing some push-ups, had hair when he came out of jail. First fight back was Robert Guerrero, his mandatory. And guess what? He used his legs a lot in that fight. It was a southpaw. He fought in pocket too, but he used his legs too. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Floyd's been doing. Everyone, oh, he has no legs and shit like that. And then he shows you that he can still do that. Because again, if Floyd had no legs for the Cotto fight, how did he get legs when he went to fight against Robert Guerrero or Canelo? he fought in pocket, in like he was walking Canelo down too, but there's portions of it where he was using his legs a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because he wanted to create that rhythm and frustrate Canelo, the young, hungry fighter, and all that. So, what y'all say don't make sense. Floyd has no legs, and then his next two fights after going to jail, which you know what I mean, maybe you could lose a step if you go to jail and you don't get to train. With Robert Guerrero and Canelo, he used his legs. In the second Maidana fight, he uses his legs. In the Berto fight, he uses his legs. Pacquiao, he kind of used his legs in certain part. So it doesn't make sense. So everything y'all say, Floyd, oh, he's old, he lost a set. Floyd's he's a magician. You know what I mean? When you think he can't do something, then he'll probably do it. So I really feel that he fought Conor like he fought. I really feel like he fought Conor like that. Again, people, oh, he had to fight Conor because he was so big and awkward. I mean, you guys can believe that. Okay, because listen to this. Conor is a counterpuncher. He has a reach advantage. He's bigger than Floyd. His punching power didn't look like stupendous. Let's just say that. It didn't look like he was hitting harder than De La Hoya and Canelo and Maidana didn't. And Maidana fight was at 47. Floyd was hurt when Maidana hit him with that punch in the second fight. But anyway, I digress. So anyway, the bottom line is he was bigger. But Floyd fought Victor Ortiz, who was bigger. He fought Maidana, who was bigger. Canelo, who was bigger. He fought all these guys, right? And he didn't do any of that in the third round. Again, I honestly think it's because he knew he had to respect their craft. He knew he had to respect their... Floyd be lying, and I'm going to explain why. I'm going to explain why Floyd lied. Floyd always acts like he doesn't know who people are and like he doesn't watch tape. But I really refuse to believe that behind the scenes, he's not watching any tape. He'd be like, oh yeah, who's that redhead? You know, Problem Child. Oh yeah. So and then his like bodyguard would be like, Canelo. He'd be like, oh yeah, him. Floyd knows who Canelo is. Canelo fought on his undercards. You know what I'm saying? He always does that. He'd be like, oh yeah, the Puerto Rican kid with the father, like Danny Garcia. You know who Danny Garcia? He fought on one of your biggest like cards with Canelo. He fought Matisse, which was a highly anticipated. But then Floyd will be acting like he doesn't know who Danny Garcia is or Canelo. So that's why I say Floyd be lying, because I know he watches tape. Because it looks cooler if you tell people you don't watch tape. You know, like oh, I don't watch tape. I don't watch tape on them. So then when you get in there, it just makes you look more brilliant. I get it, but I really believe he watches tape. So anyway, that being said, he knows who these people are. He knows who Danny Garcia is. He knows who Canelo. He'd be like, oh yeah, who's that two-timer? Oh, one time, yeah, Keith Thurman. Like, you know who all these guys, these motherfuckers been like call you out and making noise, and PBC cards that are like, you have Gervonta Tank Davis, Badu Jack card, and they advertising Keith Thurman's fight with Danny Garcia on it. You know who they are. You're close with Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? But Floyd, I get it. I understand why he's doing it. It's like the 48 laws of power type shit. You know what I mean? You act like you don't see this shit. But anyway, that's why. Floyd, he's seen. You don't think Floyd watched Maidana versus Broner, and this was the fight everybody was talking about, where Broner got thrashed and knocked down and stuff? Of course he watched it. That's his little bro. Everybody was talking about it. Even if he didn't watch it live, at some point he watched it. So he knows what. He probably watched Maidana and Eric Morales, you know what I mean? Somebody who's part of his era, stuff like that. So he knows what these guys bring to the table. As a result, I don't think he wasn't willing to walk straight in, not cut off the ring, minimal jab, not use his left hook. I just know he has more in his arsenal than kind of how he was fighting. You know what I mean? But he knew he had to be sharp and bring out multiple tools for actual boxers. If you don't think someone can fuck with you, you might do some more shit. Y'all could keep, but Conor did so great. I mean, even if you think Conor did great and you don't want to say Floyd carried him, he still got stopped. So obviously he didn't do that great. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really break it down. He did so great he got stopped. Again, that's the media's way of over crediting the loser and taking away from the winner. It is impressive to me that a 40-year-old off the couch can come, because like I said, I'm not saying Conor would beat the top level guys, but he can trouble them at the very least. You know what I mean? I've seen enough from him where I feel like he can do that. Oh, you getting blocked because you saying stupid shit. Someone just put 49-1. But yeah, I'm blocking dumb stuff. Like, it's too late to be worried about that. Someone put 49-1 and Conor got stopped. Blocked. Moving on. Anybody else? Any more 49-1s? Like, that's just stupid. See, this is what I'm telling you with new media. That type of stuff, we're done. Like, even if you disagree with what I'm saying, you have to bring something like to the table. This is like a potluck. You got to bring something. You think you're gonna be eating the food with the rest of us? Like, this motherfucker brought pork and beans. Someone bought soda. Somebody bought napkins. We got, pizza, spaghetti, and you think you gonna eat the potluck food, but you're not bringing nothing? Nah, it doesn't work like that. 49-1, no. Like, you just sound stupid. You're not saying anything of substance. You gotta go. Who's Craig Mager? You guys let me know. Should I kick him off the island? Who's Craig Mager? If he says something reckless, let me know. And just put the name, and then I'll find him, and then he off the island. But I really feel Floyd didn't use his full arsenal. Why am I blocking Craig Mager? Who is that? What is he talking about? Hold on. You on the wanted list, Craig Mager. I'm looking. If I find you and you putting crazy shit, you out of here. He might be able to skate because I got a lot of comments and I don't see it. I don't see Craig. And I don't want to spend too much time. But if he puts something else crazy, I remember the name. Yeah, I got too many comments. I don't see Craig Mager. He probably retracted his shit. But if he pops back up with some stupid shit, we kicking him off the island. Right? That's how we do it, guys. Damn, where is this Craig Mager dude? Oh, I already deleted. Hold on. I already deleted his message, so he must have said something crazy. Oh, well, if he pop back up, he out of here. Anyway, someone said he is here. Craig Mager. Hey, Craig getting... I'll wait for him. I remember the name. You guys let me know who gets kicked off the island. But yeah, I really feel like Floyd, he gave like a watered down approach. And I think it's because he didn't feel that Conor was a certified threat. He was in there, he felt him out, felt the power. And he realized what he was up against. And he was the true boxer. This guy, he could take him in the deep waters. And like I said, Canelo was 23, and I feel like Floyd respected his game more. Oh yeah, Nessa, you out of here. You probably a catfish too. Blocking Nessa. She putting that 49-1. You just sound stupid at this. That's that Skip Bayless shit. We don't do that here. But anyway, moving on. I feel like he just ultimately didn't respect. Nessa's already gone, so you don't have to worry about her. Dana White said it on the info, the 6.5 mil. Dana White said it on Urijiah, Faber, and Snoop. I guess they got like some kind of show or podcast. So that's, like I said, you guys could think that Floyd is just so washed up. I've talked to his sparring partners, and they weren't saying none of this type of shit about him. And, oh, he's looking sharp. He's gonna stop Conor and shit like that. So I think he fought like that. And honestly, I think Floyd, this is just my opinion. I think Floyd wanted like a memorable fight, like, you know what I mean, kind of like that, the Rocky movies and like the shit y'all like, $1 Million Baby and that Hollywood shit. He wanted a fight like that people wouldn't immediately, because if you look at a lot of Floyd fights, they're so dominant because he's so sharp, and they're so dominant that people say it's bullshit and boring and one-sided, like Maidana 2 or Pacquiao 1. Oh, he ran, and Robert That's because they're one-sided. So he dumbed it down but he picked the right opponent to dumb it down with, because again, you're not going to fight even a 23-year-old Canelo dumbed down. You got to bring your best effort, because Canelo can punch even at age 23. He's a good combination puncher once he gets going. It's not going to, like I said, why didn't Floyd walk Canelo down, who was only 23? Because he respected him. He's seen something in the first 2-3 rounds where he's like, okay, I got to watch this kid. I got to break him down. He can box probably better than I thought, and I feel his power. Because why didn't he just walk him down the whole fight? Like, he literally was walking up with a high guard, literally, and that was it. He wasn't even trying to cut off the ring. He wasn't doing a left hook. In spots, he kind of abandoned his body attack. Do the shmoney dance. Guillotine won another $5 super chat. Said the fact that he only threw like 12 punches in the first 2 rounds lets you know that he had a strategy. Exactly. I mean, me and Guillotine are seeing this eye to eye. You guys can believe whatever you want, but like I said, Floyd's been in with taller people, Diego Corrales, bigger people, Victor Ortiz, De La Hoya, Canelo. He's been in there with that, and he's never threw like 12, 15 punches in the first 2 rounds, despite whatever they were bringing. Speed, power, southpaw, fast feet. He came out and started bombing on Pacquiao in the first 2 rounds. Go watch the fight. He was throwing some hard shit immediately. And Pacquiao's the guy that motherfuckers like dumb commenters were saying that Floyd was afraid of. They said he was afraid of him. You know what I mean? They said he was afraid of Pacquiao, so he didn't fight like he was afraid of Pacquiao. So why would he be afraid of Conor? Again, I think it was a strategy. He carried Conor. He's a wild card because he's an MMA fighter. You know what I mean? You don't really know what he's going to do. So let him... I used to date this Puerto Rican chick. And I think her son had ADD or some shit. I don't know. He was bad. But anyway, I dated this Puerto Rican chick. And her son never wanted to go to bed. And we were trying to, like, watch movies and, like, mess around and whatever. You know what I mean? Just grown-up stuff. And her son never wanted to go to bed. But she didn't want to do anything in front of her son, like with her son sleeping on the couch and we're there. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to fornicate. She don't want to do nothing like that. She don't want to do anything. So what she would do is trick her son. And trust me, I'm the king of analogies. I'm going to tie this all in. You're like, what do you mean? You're dating a Puerto Rican chick, a Boricua, and her son is bad as hell? Like, what does this have to do with boxing, man? Like, I'm gonna connect the dots for you guys. But anyway, dating a Puerto Rican chick, her son had ADD or whatever the fuck was wrong with him. And she used to trick him. So she'd be like, oh, I got to go to the store. Because she knew that every time she put him in the car and strap him in and go through the whole process, put him in the back seat and the kid's seat and all this, and then drive, all she would do is just drive and really not even be going to the store. But the reason she was doing that is she knew he got tired in the car and he would fall asleep. That's it. He would fall asleep and we would finally get him to go to sleep. So we would drive around aimlessly, like, you know what I mean, just drive up and down the block, and he'd be out like, that motherfucker was that narcoleptic all of a sudden in the car. He out, right? He sleep. That back seat, that car seat in the process or whatever, just did it to him, and it was like his NyQuil, the nighttime sniffling, sneezy, coughy, achy, stuffy head fever, so you could rest medicine. See, I've been doing this for a long time, man. I know how to talk to y'all. We be telling stories, we be telling jokes, we do it all. Thank you for the super chats and channel donations. But anyway, that car ride always did it. So she would have to trick him, act like she really had to go to the store, put him in the car seat. Like for the nights he was really like restless and really wouldn't go to sleep, right? Put him in the car seat, and then from that point she'd carry him out of the car and he's already asleep, and then she'd go lay him in his bed. Boom, we got the night to ourselves. That's it. So the reason I brought that up is that's what Floyd did. He lulled him to sleep. He allowed him to burn useless energy, knowing that he's not a boxer and that he gets first and second round finishes predominantly, right? And he allowed him to get that youth out of his system, do anything crazy or reckless while he had his full energy, and you just play the observer. You know what I mean? Stay responsible enough so you don't get hit with anything crazy, and then you take over and take him to deep waters and drown him. And then from that point, he literally walked him down with reckless abandon. That's why Conor's like, oh, he fought me like a Mexican. I didn't expect that. And that was it. And then that was it. And I didn't really see Conor do much past the third round, beyond the third round. and Floyd started picking him up. You know what I mean? You get all that awkward shit, and that stuff starts to flatten down. It starts to flatten out as you start losing energy. And don't get me wrong, Floyd was doing little subtle things like a body attack, like pow. So when he was them 12 punches and shit were just little body punches and stuff that are also helping to break down the top heavy, muscular Conor McGregor, who's been known to fatigue. And I really feel that was his strategy. He literally walked him down with the high guard, wasn't cutting off the ring, was doing a body attack or then stopping, wasn't jabbing. He could have used his left hook a lot more. I mean, we've seen, if you've studied Floyd and really watched his fights, you've seen him use full arrays of arsenal. And Floyd keeps telling you, like, listen to this. Floyd keeps telling you it's about working smarter, not harder, doesn't he? Floyd is there's levels to this, and he's telling you pretty much his game plan. Versus Berto, that was just to end his contract. Do you think if Berto fought him like Maidana, he would have to buckle down, bite down, and fight harder? But Berto couldn't catch him. He was picking him off at will, and he did that, and he was just playing around in there. That wasn't again, work smarter, not harder. You know what I mean? But Maidana, Cotto, guys like that, they literally forced Floyd to fight, to sit down and like fight off the ropes and trade, and you know what I'm saying, use his hands more and stuff like that. He was literally playing around with Berto, sticking his tongue out at Berto's girl or whoever that was in the crowd, his date or whatever. He was just playing around in there. And then same thing with Conor. I don't think he was playing around per se, because Conor, you know what I mean, he's a wild card. We don't know what he's gonna do, big, strong, southpaw, but he wasn't fighting the typical Floyd fight. Like, again, work smarter, not harder. Why bring out all these extra tools if you don't need them? You know what I mean? Like, when I go film, right, I have a camera bag. That shit is heavy. I have multiple cameras. I have lenses and stuff. But if I'm doing a simple shoot, I don't bring all that extra shit, because that shit is a lot on your back. I'll be fucking around like Igor, walk around like a hunchback in 105-degree Vegas weather. So I leave that shit in my hotel room if I know I'm not gonna really need that. Why would I bring this giant battery charger? I got this big ass one. Why bring that in 105-degree weather when I'm going to the Grand Arrivals and there's no outlets for me to plug anything in, and I have a small battery charger that charges only one at a time? It doesn't make sense. And that's what Floyd did. Floyd will pick out the tools he needs based on the person. And against a Pacquiao, you pretty much need to be keen senses, and you need to have all your tools out, just because you don't know. And you have to be on your toes, and you know what I mean, jab, stuff like that. With Berto has his dimensions, but it's not like Pacquiao. He's explosive, but he also was kind of getting frustrated, couldn't catch Floyd. So he just had to be alert, pick him off, bow, I win. You know what I mean? Cotto, Maidana, guys like that, they made Floyd scrap and dig down and sit down on punches and fight off the ropes and show tight defense. Robert Guerrero, you know what I mean? To a degree. He showed more of his arsenal in that fight. So that's really what I see. But these numbers, goddamn, 6.5 million. But actually, it's kind of good that Floyd dumbed it down, because it did crazy numbers. A lot of people watched it, and people were entertained by the fight. You know what I mean? Conor, he took a risk, so he doesn't really lose too much unless it does something to him psychologically. You know what I mean? Oh, you took a gamble and you came up short in a different sport. So Floyd retires with 50-0. That's that. You know what I mean? So we need to try to get the likes up to 350. I've been on here for a long time, bumping my gums, and the likes seem to stop. But I know we got some new people in the chat. So if you're watching the chat, if you're enjoying this, you want me to keep doing it, you want me to go longer, please hit the like button so we can just talk this good old boxing. Yeah, we do need a new fight night game. See, every time I remind you guys, the likes jump up. We at 330. I know we can get to 350. But like I said, Floyd, just like I said, when I'm traveling, I pack what I need. I pack light. If I'm going in Vegas and it's 105, I'm not going to bring heavy ass equipment that I don't think I'm going to be needing. Floyd kind of does that. He kind of got a feel for Conor. He didn't give Conor much to read and show much of his data. Just like I said earlier in the stream, Lamont Peterson versus Danny Garcia. Lamont Peterson was evasive, using his legs, athleticism, staying defensively sound, jabbing, but he wasn't showing his whole hand. He wasn't showing his whole hand versus Danny Garcia. But then out of nowhere, second part of the fight, boom, he kicks up the cardio, he kicks up the offensive attack, and then he started opening up on Danny Garcia, and it was looking bad for Danny Garcia. It's very simple. I really feel that's what Floyd did. But like I said, I'm glad he did it because people aren't complaining. It made for a fun fight because he dumbed it down. Like, here, this is the thing, because I told you I used to do music or whatever, and my style is like, kind of like, you know what I mean, like the Jay-Z. Some people say I sound like Joe Buttons and LL Cool J, but it's more like people who could actually rap, the Eminems, the Jay-Z's, the Royce. You know what I mean? That, like, I spit bars, metaphors, and stuff like that. And see, this is the thing that I always talk about. If you get like a Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, like people who can actually, Nas, you get people who can actually spit, it's very easy for them to dumb down their lyrics. You know what I mean? You don't have to, like, if you can actually spit and you're lyrical, you don't always have to be, you could be like, oh yeah, I'm scientific and gifted and spliffed and lifted and did. You could do the multi-syllables and all stuff like that, but it only works one way. If you're super lyrical and you're a great, crazy writer, you know what I mean, like a Jay-Z, guys, metaphors and Joe Buttons and stuff like that, then you can go heavy on the lyrics and stuff like that, but you can also dumb it down. You know what I mean? You can dumb it down and not be overly lyrical or scientific with the, you know what I mean? Like Eminem, sometimes he has a line where he said, I leap from a cloud while I'm heaving a child through a Cinco on Cinco de Mayo, sprinkle the pico to God. Like that's a lot. He says, I leap from a cloud while I'm heaving a child, and they fall in a Cinco on Cinco de Mayo, sprinkled in pico de gallo. That's heavy. You know what I mean? That's a lot. But Eminem could also tone it down if he wants, because he has the ability to write, and he's lyrical. But you look at a mumble rapper, they can't do that. You know what I mean? They're like a mumble rapper, like I be with your bitch in the Henny, I be with your bitch in the plenty. Like, you know what I mean? They can't do what Eminem does, but Eminem could, if he wants, he could do what they do, right? Like certain people, like Soulja Boy, can he get on there and then be on a cypher with Eminem and kill Eminem? Hell no, he couldn't. But if Eminem wanted to, he can get on a Migos track or a Soulja Boy and just come cool without being like too lyrical. And that's what happens when you're highly skilled. You can dumb it down. But if you're dumbed down already, you can't make yourself highly skilled. So that's a little analogy for like lyricism. But that's what Floyd is. Floyd has all the tools. He's clearly a complete fighter. He showed you that for the last 20 years. So if he wants to fight a dumbed down version of him and not pull out all the tools and not necessarily fight 100% smart, he can do that. But you can't get a guy whose style, like Ruslan Provodnikov or Brandon Rios, whose style has already just come forward. They're not known for high ring IQ and savvy and defense and, you know what I mean, slipping punches and shoulder. They're not known for that. So you're not going to get them guys to do that. But if you are a complete fighter, then you can dumb your skill down per who you're fighting if you feel it's beneficial. Like, hey, I just want to walk this guy down. I really want to get him out. And Floyd told you the game plan. He said, he told you this. He told you that. He said, I'm going for the knockout. I'm reducing the glove size to 8. Nevada State Athletic Commission approved this. And again, it's because he didn't feel threatened by Conor McGregor. Because if he felt okay. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my God. I'm killing these motherfuckers. I'm killing you boys. Listen I just thought of another point. I'm killing y'all. How come Floyd Mayweather made a big deal about listen to me. I might need a super chat. I might need someone to super chat after I drop this point on y'all. Boxingego. Listen to what I'm saying. If what I'm saying is not true and I'm just full of shit, and it doesn't make sense, what I'm saying, he dumbed his performance down and he didn't feel as threatened by an MMA fighter, right? Then explain this. When Floyd Mayweather was fighting Marcos Maidana in the first fight. He went back. There were some Argentina gloves from. Why am I blocking Hussein? So y'all messing up the rhythm. So if someone's really tripping, let me know, because I'm trying to. Yeah, I mean, if someone needs to be blocked, let me know, or I need my admins to step it up, because I'm trying to do this point. I don't want to lose it or anything. So listen to me. If what I'm saying is bullshit, all right, CM, you got the juice now. Okay. Now I need my mods to take over with the if people are acting up in the thing, because I want to get this point out and I don't want to lose it. So listen, my point is this. My point is this. I'm telling you, I think Floyd carried Conor for 3 rounds. Like I said, maybe Conor did slightly better. Some things he didn't think he could do with his reach and height and swift uppercut, jab was better. Cool. But overall, I think he dumbed down his skill set, and he carried him for 3 rounds, right? Where he just didn't show him much, and he didn't really throw many punches, right? To get a feel for him, see what this wild card who had a lot to talk about was doing. It's part of his strategy, right? This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is my belief system. This is my point. And I'm also telling you, I don't think he fully felt threatened. He fully felt threatened by Conor McGregor, which is why he proceeded to walk him down with reckless abandon, just really coming forward. But he didn't do that with Canelo or anything like that. Now listen to this point. I'm going to break it down for you guys, and you guys tell me if this makes sense to you. If what I'm saying is false, shout out to the super chat. Conor need to move up and kick out Anthony Joshua. $2 super chat. Thank you for that. Listen to this point. If Mayweather really felt threatened by Conor's awkwardness and power and all this, then how come when he was fighting Maidana in the first fight, and I already got to the super chat, when he was fighting Maidana in the first fight, and he went backstage, Robert Garcia's back there, Maidana, they went to check on the gloves, and Maidana had the Argentina custom whatever brand gloves, and Floyd felt him, and he's like, oh hell no, nah. The gloves ain't got no patent. And he said the gloves have been tampered with. They ruled that, you know what, guess what, these gloves, it looks like someone like packed them, and they're messed up with the padding, right? And then it was a big deal. And then from that point on, Floyd paid Maidana extra money to not wear even a different brand glove, MX gloves, right? So you guys remember that. Everybody remembers that with the Maidana situation, right? So Floyd paid Maidana to not be able to use not just the tampered gloves, but a different pair of gloves, the MX gloves, puncher's glove, right? Yes, we remember. I'm glad you remember. So they already had, Conor was like, I don't care about the glove size. I'll wear whatever gloves he wants, and he says no Mexican gloves or no horsehair gloves, blah, blah, blah. And then after the fact, Floyd took to his social media, which I can pull up right now, in early August, after the fight was signed, Conor had already agreed to fight him in 10s, and he said glove size doesn't matter because Floyd's skull is too small, won't, right? And Floyd changed the glove size to 8 ounces. So if he really and truly felt threatened by Conor McGregor, then why would he change when it was already set that they're going to use 10 ounces? Why would he change the gloves to 8 ounces? But with Maidana, he paid Maidana kind of like almost step aside money to not use the puncher's gloves. Explain that to me. Somebody explain this to me. So why was he tripping off of Maidana using different gloves? Not even just the tampered ones, but even the MX puncher's gloves. But he was allowing Conor, he said he could wear whatever gloves he fucking wants. Because he did not respect the man. He didn't think the dude could fuck with him because he wasn't a boxer. And like I do on Boxingego, we don't just say it, we show you. So I did a video 4 weeks ago, 39,000 views. Floyd Mayweather rips Conor McGregor, changes terms, let's fight in 8-ounce gloves. The video is still up, and this was on Floyd's Instagram. McGregor, let's fight in 8-ounce gloves. 4 weeks ago. You like to check the video. Floyd changes terms. Let's fight in 8. Case in point, it was already agreed, and Conor agreed. I think they even talked about the LA presser. He agreed to wear 10-ounce gloves. Doesn't matter what gloves, if they're horsehair, if they're pillow. He said, I'll wear whatever. I'm stopping him. So why would Floyd change it to 8? Because he told you he was going to walk him down and he was going to try to stop him. And that's what he did. He walked him down and he tried to stop him. Here's another video that I did. Conor McGregor reacts to 8-ounce smaller gloves to hit Floyd Mayweather with. Right? You see the 2 videos. Yet again, when it came to Maidana, and they were in 8-ounce gloves, he did not, because it was at 47, he did not want Maidana to wear the tampered pair, which is understandable, but he also paid him money, which is corroborated by Robert Garcia, to not wear the MX gloves, which were pretty much approved. But they end up getting the second pair were approved. And the reason is because, like my moderator said, Maidana got cracks. And he respected Maidana because he knows Maidana's awkward and a true boxer. And that's what it is. So he was just like, after this tamper ones, I'm not trying to give him any type of edge. Because he knew Maidana with that edge, he could hurt you. He can hurt anybody at welterweight. That's why. So I just keep coming up with the points. You guys proved that wrong. Why was he willing to fight Conor in 8s when he didn't have to, because the fight was at 154, right? But he was tripping off Maidana wearing MX gloves. Insane. Okay, once again, the fight was at 154. It was already agreed that Conor was going to wear 10s. So why did Floyd Mayweather ask and petition to change it to 8, which is closer to what Conor is used to in the UFC? Because he himself was going for the stoppage, and he didn't think Conor would be able to fuck with him even in 8s, and he knew his speed would probably be a little bit faster with slightly smaller ounce gloves. That's why. He probably didn't think Conor would probably turn his punches like a pure boxer. But Maidana, why? Okay, put it this way. Why Canelo, he fought him at 152, and I don't know whose idea it was, but he fought him at 152. Why didn't he ask to fight Canelo in 8 ounces? Late super chat, Mayweather. It says Latin Mayweather Cardozo Perez, $2 super chat. Thank you. And it says confidence. Exactly. Why didn't Floyd fight Canelo? Why didn't he say at the last minute after it was already agreed? Why didn't he petition to have the glove size drop to 8 ounces for the 152? Because Canelo and Maidana are lifelong boxers with cracks. You know what I mean? So you're the A side. Why give them that advantage? You know what I mean? Their only chance to beat you is not to outbox you. Their chance is to use their size, maul you, hit you with something big. I'm telling you guys, he did not respect Conor's ability. Like, he might have gained some respect. Like, oh, fuck, he caught me with the uppercut. That was nice. But going into it, he clearly didn't, because, like I said, why didn't he ask Canelo to wear 8 ounces? Why was he tripping off Maidana wearing the MXs? You know what I mean? Why didn't he want to change it for that? Because he knew that would probably give him more of an advantage than it would Conor, because Conor wasn't on his level, and there's levels to this. You guys can believe whatever you want, though. Floyd's smart, and you know what I mean. Of course, and he deserves he's the A side, and he's worked for that. So of course, that's what it is. I know I can't say the person, but Lucas Matisse's team reached out to a person I know, and he's a good boxer, and he has some power, and he's a good boxer. And the reason the fight's not going to happen with Lucas Matisse is because the boxer wanted a 20-by-20 ring, and Matisse's team was like, no, because they know that there's a chance that would suit. It's not Troy King. Troy King's not even fighting right now because he's coming off an injury. But anyway, they didn't want a 20-by-20 ring for Matisse. It's not Troy King, but Troy's not. He's injured. He can't fight anybody. But anyway, the Matisse fight is not happening because the only request that they had, the other team, was a 20-by-20 ring. That's it. But they know that bigger ring might favor the boxer, so they don't. Golden Boy doesn't want to do that to their star. You guys get me? So I mean, that's it's the way of the world in boxing. Everybody, if you're the A side, you want to walk out when you want to walk out. If you want to make the glove size that suits you best, it is what it is. So, I mean, A sides are always going to try to do what benefits them the most. Ego army, man. But these numbers are killer, very killer. Yeah, they all got deleted for saying that, talking crazy. Block these motherfuckers. We talk to sweet science. We're not here for the bullshit. So, like, ultimately, I'm until otherwise proven, I'm gonna stick to what I believe, which is Floyd. He fought in a way that he didn't have to fight. I mean, just like Maidana, they say Floyd don't have no legs, and Maidana just trapped him and was just so awkward. Then why did the second fight look so much different? Because he used his legs and he stayed off the ropes more. Point blank, period. You don't think he could have did that in the first fight? Why could he do it 4 or 5 months later when they had the rematch, but it was he wasn't able to do it in the first fight? It doesn't make sense. So obviously he can choose to how he wants to fight. You know what I'm saying? He can like make it more in pocket fight or get on his bike more or lateral movement more. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happens. Just like I said with the lyricist. If you're a lyricist and your bars and your metaphors and your delivery and your ability to compose music is up here, you can always dumb the shit down and make like a club hit that's just basic. But if you're already dumbed down, you can't enhance your skills. And then like put it this way, name somebody who's just like a basic mumble rapper, like Lil Yachty or somebody. Again, he can't go on a cipher and outdo Eminem, Method Man, Nas. He can't do that because it's not in his repertoire. He would have done it by now if he could do that. You know what I mean? So that's the advantage of being well-rounded and highly skilled, because when you're well-rounded and highly skilled, you can always dumb it down, but you can't dumb it up if you're already like 21 Savage or whoever. Someone just said 21 Savage. He can't get on there and like Big Sean's more lyrical, so he has a little bit more flexibility. He can make just like a purely club song, but I've also heard him put together more metaphors. Again, you would have done it if you could do it. Brandon Rios, Ruz, and Provatnikov, if they had sweet ass defenses, they would have used it by now. Why wouldn't he use? If Brandon Rios had like a better defense, then why wouldn't he use it against Tim Bradley? Because he fights how he fights, and it's just what it is. Guillotine won, $10 super chat, do the shmutty dance. I want your opinion on Stephen A. Smith saying Floyd shouldn't be 50-0. Reggie Sanders was only 1-1 when they fought. So should we take that off Floyd's boxing record? Also, what's the difference? I mean, you know what, to be honest, I don't really care. I didn't know he said that, but ESPN in general, who's really checking for? I mean, like, you guys might check, like, oh, fight came out and check the news, but YouTube run boxing more than even the big networks. More people come to the smaller channels per capita than people like ESPN, at least, especially for opinions. You know what I'm saying? I would say people are more inclined to check out a YouTuber's analysis of a post-fight. Like, put it this way. I'm not even trying to sound cocky, but let's say Terrence Crawford fights in Dongo, and I do a post-fight review. Would you guys care more about my post-fight review or Stephen A. Smith? You know what I'm saying? Or if the other YouTubers that do commentary and break fights down, would you care more about what they're talking about post-fight and their breakdown of the fight? Not with no interviews of Terrence Crawford or nothing like that. I'm just talking about you breaking down the fight and going round by round what you see. I guarantee you, pretty much most of the people in YouTube that do commentary, people would rather hear their stuff than Stephen A. Smith. Like, Stephen A. Smith couldn't, if he just started a YouTube channel right now, you think he's gonna get more views on his post fight than the actual YouTuber has been doing it? No, because you guys clearly like the way you see the channel's numbers. You clearly like the way the post fights are breaking down. So, I mean, ultimately, I don't really care what Stephen A. Smith is talking about. Max Kellerman's been saying some crazy stuff too. Pacquiao will knock Floyd out. Crawford and Errol Spence would have knocked Floyd out on Saturday. But then, you know, and I know what I'm saying is true because I'm dialed in. I'm plugged into this boxing game. And when Pacquiao Vargas happened and Stephen A. Smith was one of the commentators that Top Rank solicited before the ESPN deal, on Twitter, all I was seeing is people like, oh my gosh, what is Stephen A. Smith talking about? He sucks as a commentator, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? If, like I said, I'm not trying to sound cocky or boast or gloat, but if I was on calling the fight on Top Rank pay-per-view, I don't feel like people would be like, oh my God. You know what I mean? People that don't like me or something, but not like they were drilling Stephen A. Smith. So, who cares what he says? He's talking about, oh, it shouldn't be 50-0. Well, it is. Deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Y'all don't want me to pull up Julio Cesar Chavez. His. If we get to 375, I'll pull it up. But I don't even really feel like, because I respect Julio Cesar Chavez. But do y'all really want me to pull up his resume? You know what I'm saying? And everyone brags about the 89-0, right? Let's pull it up. Get us to 375 likes, and we pull it up. Death Row East. Death Row East. Believe in it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, see, that's why I hate that fake outrage stuff. You know what I'm saying? Where people act like they're so against something, because when you do that fake outrage stuff, you have to be consistent, like across the board. If you think this absolutely because Conor was just turning pro, like, oh my gosh, y'all don't want me to, hold on, now y'all got me going. Y'all don't want this. Yeah, do y'all want this work? We need to get to 375 likes or better. Y'all don't want this work, I promise you. Y'all don't want this work. Terrible year for Cat. Oh, we got 375. Y'all want this work? Let's get it. No, okay. Chocolatito. I got another super chat from Guillotine1, $10. Thank you. It said, that's what's up, Ego. Much respect, Ego. I enjoy these chats with someone that knows boxing instead of people that I hang around with doesn't know anything but talk like they know everything. That's the worst. Now we're going to get into it. Y'all wanted this work? Okay. Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. Part of what they were saying was like, oh, he can break Floyd's record. He came close, but he lost. 46-1, right? Everyone talks about how he has all these bouts and all this, right? 47 bouts, and he was undefeated. But guess what? We go to his and Bow. What does that say? Debut. So his second and third fight was against somebody who just turned pro. This was their debut when they fought him, right? This is Rungvisai, who he's rematching in a great card, right? Now, see how many debuts you see on Rungvisai's. This is Rungvisai. Debut. Oh, you want me to keep going? You ain't even trying to compare body counts. Debut. Right? Debut. Okay? This guy was 0-1. He had one fight, and it was a loss. And I'm not even really talking about those, but debut. Right? What is that? Oh, 3 fights back-to-back. Debut. Right? And then he fought 3 motherfuckers that were on their pro debut, and then Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, and he beat him, right? And that's the homie Rungvisai, right? And those are just debut. I didn't go to people with piss poor records like Roman Chocolatito in 2014 fought. Hold on, let me get to it. I told y'all didn't work this work, man. Okay, so in actually 2015, Roman Chocolatito, who they were saying was pound for pound number one, fought this guy, Valentin, and he had a record at that time of 38, 29, and 3. So he had 29 losses, and look at his record now. Trash. Who are you? 38, 33, and 3. You know what I mean? So he's racked up a couple more losses. And that's Roman Chocolatito and Sor Rungvisai. So, my point is this. If Floyd's fight number 50 shouldn't count because Conor McGregor was 0-1, then how is Roman Chocolatito get praised for having a 47 bouts, and when he had moved up and he fought this guy, Valentin Leon, and he had this poor of a record, 38, 29, and 3. And like I said, I just went through Rungvisai's record, and look how many people, this is Sor Rungvisai, again, look at how many people were on their pro debut when he fought him. Debut. Not to mention these shitty records of 15, 12, and 4, 6, 3, 13, and 0. Look at all these debuts. So why we count Rungvisai fought all those motherfuckers in Thailand that were on their pro debut? But we shouldn't count because Conor was on his pro debut. Even though he's a professional fighter and he's one of the top class guys in the UFC, we don't need to count it because Stephen A. Smith said it. But Rungvisai got... Does somebody want to go to BoxRec and count how many debuts he has? He fought 3 people who were on their pro debut. And you see how I just knew this off the top of my head to even show you guys? He fought 3 people that were on their pro debut before fighting Chocolatito, and he still beat Chocolatito and knocked him down. Fuck y'all talking about? But Floyd fights one guy with a 0-1 or 0-0 record or whatever, and people say, oh, it shouldn't count for 50. Then why does any fighter, if you fight anybody on a pro debut, why does it count? You know what I mean? Everybody started somewhere. You know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather's first fight, when he came from the Olympics, but he was 0-0 when he fought that guy. Jeff Mayweather was, I think, brought him out, and he was fighting with Jeff Mayweather. Do you get what I'm saying? So everybody was starting at somewhere. But again, Conor's still a fighter, even though he's not a boxer. It was a major event, judging by the numbers and all that. So it is what it is. So are we gonna not count anybody? You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna count anybody's anybody that fought pro debuts like your boy Rungvisai. Look at how many pro debuts these are, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm doing a rough count. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I didn't count the shitty records. You know what I mean? 12 and 10 and 28 and 22. And I counted all them debuts, and he has 48 bouts, and you've seen how many of them were pro debuts. Look at the legend, Julio Cesar Chavez, right? When he fought, who is this 0-1 dude? You know what I'm saying? He fought someone in 89. He was already known then, and the guy had an 0-1 the guy was 0-1. How's that better than Conor McGregor? You know what I mean? Damn, this dude might have been a beast. Yeah, 101 wins and 6 losses. That's not bad. 58, 14. You know what I mean? 1 and 15. This is who Julio Cesar fought. He had 1 win but 15 losses. That's not good. 11 losses. 0 and 2. You know what I mean? How is that significantly better? But the whole 4 and 1, 1 6 and 1, 0 and 1, 0 and 1, 1 and 2, 0 and 7. Wow. This motherfucker Jesus Quatlada debut, 1 and 5, 0 and 2, debut, 0 and 4, debut. Look, How many debuts we getting to? So, I mean, how are we going to play that? How are we going to say Floyd's 50th fight shouldn't count? But Julio Cesar Chavez, his first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fights in Mexico, they were also on their pro debut when he fought him. Not to, like I said, that's not even including the shitty records. The seventh person he fought was 0-4. The person he fought after that was a debut. The person he fought after that was 0-2. You know what I mean? But don't we say Julio Cesar Chavez was 89-0? You know what I mean? Muhammad Ali fought a goddamn wrestler or some shit from Japan or wherever he was from. This is what we're talking about. This is Senior's record. I didn't even go through Junior shit. That's Julio Senior. So it's like, what are y'all telling me? You know what I mean? I don't care what Stephen A. Smith is talking about. This is Senior. I know Guillermo Rigondeaux shit don't look this bad. He didn't even have that many fights. And he fought guys like Roberto Marroquin. His record wasn't that bad. I mean, he was an amateur standout. Rigondeaux, he fought a guy 3-2, 4-2 his first 2 fights. Other guy 59-11, 8-4, 20-12, 33-18, 37. He fought Willie Casey 11-0. Rico Ramos was undefeated, also 20-0, 17-1, 22-1, 31-1, 29-4. These aren't horrible records. 63 wins, 2 losses. We're no pro debuts, and then obviously you have Donaire in there, 31-1, not one debut. But people, Stephen A. Smith, see, that's what I'm saying. That's what happens when you get the vehicle and the machine behind you, boosting you up, telling you what to say. But you don't want to break down boxing with people that actually know boxing. Stephen A. Smith would probably, you know what I mean? That's what happens when you got a better in your back. People tell you what to say. But then when you break it down and interpret it, like I said, how can we not credit Floyd for win 50, but half of the people that Julio Cesar Chavez fought, his first 5, 7, 8 fights were debuts or shitty ass records, but we credit him for being 89-0. Who were any of them guys in his first 89 fights? Now, the thing I give credit to Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. for is this: when it was time to step up, he stepped up and could at least hang. You know what I mean? With the Meldrick Taylors, I thought Pernell clearly beat him, but you know what I mean? He was at least able to hang, so he's still a good fighter, but. You know what I mean? And like, I mean, y'all don't want that work, man. We getting to the money now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all getting that real work, cause I feel good. Like Rocky Marciano, who the fuck was he fighting? You know what I'm saying? People always want to, oh, this shouldn't count for 50. That's why you can't have no bad in your back. Rocky Marciano. Now, don't get me wrong. He had some good names. Archie Moore, Ezra Charles, Jersey Joe Walcott, those are great names. But debut, so it was a debut for both of them. 3-5, 1-1, 8-0, not really experienced. 15-0, debut. 4-2, 1-4, 0-1, 3-2, 8-5. I mean, a lot of these aren't crazy great resumes. 7 wins, 10 losses, 9 wins, more. You know what I mean? They have more losses than they have wins. 9-9, 63-49. Damn, 49 losses. I feel like I would quit if I was losing that much. 22-2, 20, 66-57. You know what I'm saying? And like, who are they? Like these people? Pat Richards, Joe Dominic, Ted Lowry. Damn, they got DiGiorno's Pizza. The guy who created DiGiorno. It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno. Harry Haft. I don't know any of these motherfuckers. Pat Richards. Isn't that the dude from Seinfeld? Kramer? Oh, that's Michael Richards. My bad. Eldridge Eatman. Who's that? Gino This shit sounds like they got restaurants and shit in New York with the fire calzones. Ted Lowry, didn't I already see? Look, he fought the same dude, Ted Lowry. I knew I seen that name. Who is that? Why'd you rematch him? Hold on. You beat him and just rematched him just cause? Art Henry, Willis Applegate, Christina Applegate's dad. Who is this? Joe Louis, obviously a great name. But who are any of these people except for the people I just named earlier? So, you know what I'm saying? If we really want to talk resumes, bottom line, y'all can hate Floyd beat more current, former world champions than really all these dudes. So what are we really talking about? You know what I mean? That's just the logistics. That's just what it is. You guys can hate, you can get mad. I guarantee you, if I pull up Rocky Marciano's record and I pull up Floyd's record and we put them side by side, I guarantee you, and then we did like a police lineup, and then I read off a name to you, right? I guarantee you'll be able to pick out more of Floyd's opponents. If I start naming Rocky Marciano's people, even for people who grew up in that era, like, you know what I mean, older people, if I'm like Bob Jefferson and I told you to point him out of a police lineup, can you do it? You know what I'm saying? If I'm like Tommy DiGiorno, Pete Lauthis, Harry Hatt, would you be able to point any of these dudes out? No. So you really want to break down resumes? Let's break down resumes. Man, you all been getting that work. I told y'all this is a bad year for y'all. Guillotine won another $5 super chat because we working, and he realizes we working. That's what's up. I enjoy the chats. I'm out, bro. I have to go and save up for the next chat. LOL, respect. I'm about to get out of here too. I'm hungry. It's been real. I went for a while today, but shout out to the super chats. I'm just saying, we got to be fair. We got to be consistent. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, even Lomachenko rigging out for the amount of fights. They're not fighting guys with some of the shittier resumes, and that's because they're heavily experienced from the amateurs. The pay-per-view buys link, it's on a story. You know what I mean? It's like an Instagram story, so I don't know how to link that to you guys. But it's on Uriah Faber's show. I'm sure the official numbers will come out, but that, according to Dana White on the Uriah Faber Snoop, whatever they're doing podcast, that's what it is. I'm not doing no more box rec. Somebody requested Triple G's box rec. We got to save that for another stream. I'm about to get out of here. It's been real. It's been fun. Shout out to the channel donations, the super chats. Believe we working. Thank you guys for holding me down. Fake news. Okay, fake news, but guess what's real? That block I just hit you with. That block is real. The news is fake, but the block that I just blocked you with is real. Oh, more fake news? I'm gonna show you this real block. You getting the real block too. So, any more fake newses so I can block you before I get off? I'm not wild, I'm honest. You're fake news, okay, you're blocked. That's real. You happy? I don't have time for foolishness. Like this is a business. I'm here to talk boxing, answer questions, politic with the fans. How can you donate? There's a money $sign. You can do a super chat. If you go to the YouTube channel, it says about. There's a PayPal link. There's Patreon. We working, but we getting stronger and we getting bigger. Can you have a live chat tomorrow, Ego? I probably will. I gotta see what's up. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, but I'm trying to make more time for you guys. If you feel that. But to wrap up the title of the video, crazy amount of views. I knew it could do good, but I don't know if I was even expecting that much over the Pacquiao fight. And again, this is from Dana White, so don't hold me to it. Hold me to it. This is what I heard Dana White and Uriah Faber say. You know what I mean? So we'll wait. But if what they said is true, just remember where you guys heard the information from first. Because I know I ain't seen nobody talking about these numbers. And these are crazy numbers. So it is what it is. I'm just going off of what's being passed off from the man at top at the UFC. crazy numbers. Like I said, it just really justifies everything. It's completely justified for the fight because De La Hoya, Bernard Hopkins, there's nobody that would turn down those types of figures. You know what I mean? They want their fights to do half of that. Even half of that. Do you understand? If it did 6.5 million, half of that, let's say 3.2 is more than really every fight except for Pacquiao. Do you understand that? So if this didn't let me say that again. If Mayweather McGregor did 6.5 million, you could divide that by 2 and that would still trump every fight except for Pacquiao, including Mayweather De La Hoya, all of Pacquiao's fights, Mayweather Canelo, Cotto Canelo. Crazy. So I had to block one more idiot. We working though. Yeah, when I see it actually in print, the actual numbers, I'll do the updated video. But that's according to Dana White. We working. Crazy numbers though. That's what happens when you do the theatrics though. I really feel like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's the social media age. You take advantage. Yo, Ego, you reaching Canada soon? I gotta get a passport. I gotta get an updated passport, but I plan on it. It just has to be a good fight. You know what I mean? Like, let's say like Badu Jack versus Adonis Stevenson, something like that. I would try to come out to Canada. I know some people in Canada, Toronto, and Victoria and shit. Come to Montreal. Or if David Lemieux had a great cracking fight, I would try to maybe come out for that. Y'all funny. People keep putting fake news and that's it. Okay. I mean, Dana White said it, so if it's fake, he lied. I'm just going off of what he said, as you see in the title. But we gonna see. And all y'all fake news comments are gonna look stupid. And like I said, I don't understand why he would announce it if he's just lying. What does that do to him? He makes money, the better it does. But see, that's funny. Skip Bayless say whatever he want, and then I tell you who said what and what they said, and then I'm fake news. But Skip Bayless don't know what a pull counter is, and is saying Floyd's gonna get knocked out by Conor, but I'm the one that's fake. So at the end of the day, like I said, this wasn't gonna be a good year for that, and I'm making good on that promise. We in here, we working. Y'all can get mad, but I am the future of this boxing game. Happy birthday to Michael Jackson too, one of my earliest inspirations as a creative individual. So shout out to the people that said fake news and all that. Shout out to the real fans, the real supporters, just the boxing fans. Thank you for the super chats. And we out. Make sure you guys hit the like button one last time, man. We almost at 400 likes. We've been going for a while. I feel like we can get at 400 before this is over, but I can't stay too much longer. I'm about to get some eat. Canelo versus Golovkin is a great fight. I'm looking forward to that. Golovkin, I don't know. I guess it's his strategy to come in kind of big, and I think they're going to try to bully Canelo. I think they're trying to use their size advantage and strength and pure strength against Canelo. So we'll see how that works out for him. Canelo looks to be in great shape. Golovkin, he looks like he's coming down in weight, but he still looks pretty big. Midsection looks soft. If I'm Canelo, I'm just trying to destroy his body. Golovkin's back and forearms look pretty big. So it's a good fight because no matter what shape Golovkin's in, at the end of the day, we know he can punch, and he's very seasoned. So we're going to find out. You think Triple G going to get caught with something? It's a possibility, but this is what makes great fights. The fans are split. Y'all want to see Nate Diaz versus Conor in the UFC? A trilogy? I want to see that. Now, one more time for the like button. We're like 3 likes away. If you're on the stream, if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button to get us over 400. We did an extremely long show, extremely long stream this time. We should be over 400 probably right now. I try to get to a lot of questions. Nate would lose at 154. That's why Conor probably wants it at that weight, because he probably feels it'll better suit him. We did it. We hit our goals. Again, I want to send my thoughts and prayers to the people in Houston, anybody going through the struggle. If you guys have family out there, if you guys live out there, anything like that. But this is the Real Boxing News channel. This is what we do. We work, we talk, we chat, we disagree. Just real boxing shit. I wear glasses indoors. Just get used to it. Get used to all of this. I do what I want. If I want to wear glasses, I'm a vampire. Don't worry about that. Let's talk boxing. Don't worry about my beard. Let's just talk boxing. Y'all want to see more Chavez Jr.? No, I'm playing. If y'all were on the stream earlier, you wouldn't know about it. Yeah, man, I really appreciate the support, though. You guys are really like the real boxing fans. You guys definitely hold me down. You've been tuning in. It's helping the channel. I mean, we're trying to grow from here. We're trying to be that destination, that Walmart where you can come and get everything. Making YouTube videos kills one's social life. It depends on the individual. Not if you know how to balance it. You have to know how to balance it. And it comes with time. The longer you've been doing it, the more you learn how to get a hold of it. Because I don't have a problem. Like, I can date when I want and all that. Buy the stuff I need and shit. But I was pretty impressed that Floyd that's the thing. People keep giving credit to Conor. Brittle hand Floyd, that's what y'all was calling him. He got a stoppage. How does he not get credit? Especially being 40, coming off the couch, and the person who's over 10 years younger, what age is Conor? Yeah, 11 years younger or whatever, is the one that gets tired first. You guys got to give credit to that. And I don't care if Conor never boxed in his life, which he has, because in Crumlin, that's where he was in some kind of amateur boxing program and stuff like that. And he's a fighter. To me, that means something. That's like Michael Phelps at 40 swimming against somebody who's 29 years old, and he just hawks him and he's just killing them. It's a gift. Floyd is naturally gifted. He's honed his skill. One more time for the like button. If you're new to the stream, hit the like button. Conor didn't live up to his word, but Floyd did, and that's another reason why I'm giving credit. Like, you can easily say, oh, Floyd, he fought an old guy, but he also lived up to his word. Something Conor didn't. Conor said, oh, my fist is bigger than his skull, and he can't sustain my punches. It's over for him by round 2 if he's lucky, just because it's under boxing rules. And he made a big mistake with 8-ounce gloves, and I bounce heads off canvases. I'm used to taking shin bones off the cheek and all that. And then he's the one that couldn't compete anymore, and the ref had to save him. Like Floyd said at the post-fight press conference, I was there. He said, the ref was saving you, he wasn't saving me. Absolutely true. And this is the brittle hand, 40-year-old old guy who was supposed to be 49-1 and stuff like that. But I mean, Conor gets credit for stepping out of his comfort zone for a paycheck and trying his best. You know what I mean? I give him props for that. Y'all sound crazy. Someone said bias. What if I said that was biased? Conor lost. Did he not? You know what I mean? What is bias to it? He put his best foot forward and he lost. You're biased because you probably said some dumb shit before the fight. Oh, he's gonna knock him out and all this, and then now you're trying to save face. It's funny, people always call you what they really are. They'll be like, you're racist. And then I see them in the comment section like, you fucking monkeys and Jews and talking about race, but you called somebody else that. is crazy to me. Or you're biased, man. And then you go to their picture and it's that Conor McGregor shrine, and it's like, come on, Conor, you got this. And they're posting a picture of the weigh-in, and like, oh, wake up, Floyd, and all this shit. But I'm the biased one. But you celebrating and quoting Conor like you are him. Oh, I bounce heads off canvases, and your head's too small, Conor or Floyd. Your head's too, you know what I mean? But I'm the biased one. But your whole page is dedicated to a man. It's been real. Holla at the kid. I might do another one tomorrow. Ego, you ready for television? If so, hit me up. Real talk. I'm always ready to talk business. But thank you guys for tuning in. Crazy numbers. Again, I'm going to wait for them to officially come out. But that was per Dana White. Once again, I'm going to cite my source. Urijiah Faber has a show with Snoop Dogg, and according to Dana White on that show, and it was repeated by Urijiah Faber, Dana White saying 6.5. So all the people, ooh, fake news and stuff, we're going to find out when the numbers come in. And it is what it is. Thank you for tuning in. We had a great live stream, impromptu. So thank you for that. Let me know what's next for Conor. Let me know what's next for Floyd. And that's really it. Holla at the kid. Thank you.